Sup?
What's up?
Hey.
That was great.
It's all over your face.
Oh.
It's RPG.
Oh no!
Wait.
Now, unfortunately, John, I was
What's
resubscribing at the time, so now
Oh, no.
I only.
Twitch sub in Canadian dollars is now $10.49 for tier 1.
What?
Whoops! I just resubscribed.
$10.49.
Shouldn't have done that. It's gone way up.
So it's literally cheaper for me to subscribe to Prime and use Prime subs every month.
See what they did there?
Are you fucking kidding me?
No.
See, because I pay 6 months.
Yeah, I don't know
Oh,
how
yeah.
that works, but
Oh, okay, yeah. What the? I don't know what the.
Well, I better make sure that it doesn't fucking renew at that
yeah,
price.
charge you $65.
WTF?
Okay, let's just take a look here for a second. Just out of curiosity.
In the meantime, I'll wave hello to everybody, including Sablica. Hello, Sablica.
Hello.
You have not. This is WTA. Now that's comedy. Wordplay. Letter play. I don't know. Letter play.
Did you turn up the knob on the speaker or set the system volume above 50?
Such an accusatory tone.
I just, the music is really loud, so.
Biscotti.
Hashtag deface. Hashtag shockface. Oh, Sab for sure.
It's at the level that it's supposed to be.
Okay. Yeah.
But I'm going to nudge it down a little bit.
Get
'cause
him,
it seems a bit loud.
Thank you.
Touch the knobs, touch the
Oh, we've been singing.
Hi, Twitch.
Country roads.
So,
Oh.
it's your boy, JV here.
big jet.
And I'm here to
Yeah.
say that your pricing is now out of sync with your with the exchange rate,
Yeah.
because the
Like-
exchange rate has also been getting better.
Yeah, like even if you
Wow,
put it where it
yeah.
was, it's like 5 times 1.4 would be $7.
Which is
Not
I think what's been,
$10.49. Is that like with tax
no. I mean, still. No. It wouldn't.
times
be, right? It wouldn't be.
1.15? That's $8.
Yeah.
So here's the deal, Twitch. The fuck. And you wonder why we're starting to investigate whether we want to stay on this platform.
As your
Yeah.
biggest clients, we're furious. I'm mostly kid. We are huge in the hearts of many. And he's fucked his hair. All right, don't worry about it. It's fine, guys. Don't worry.
So
I think
Jeff,
it's
if you're listening out there, the fuck. The fuck.
Calling out Big Jeff from Big Jeff. I like it. Thank
you so much
for
for
the
giving
gift,
the gift,
Thanks for the gift.
Lovely.
Hi, everyone.
Hi. I just got here, bro.
got
What
here,
the
bro.
sub-only chat, Lexington. Get in the game. Okay, get your head in the game.
Hi,
Sub-only chat.
Lexington.
Hi.
So it's been a moment.
Yeah.
Hot second.
Well,
2
for
weeks.
you,
Yeah.
some of us are loyal to this.
Wow. Oh
can't
my
even say
god,
that
dude.
out
What
loud.
the hell?
Lord.
What is
Okay,
a
I guess
cowboy
I'll
cat?
stop having work.
Yeah. No work, no play, dull boys. Something about
That's
that.
basically the description of my life.
Is it? No work, no play, dull boy. So just
All work.
all
no
work.
play.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess I could have patched in from
No.
Europe. It
I would
have
also
been
like
8
to know
o'clock
more
my
about
time.
cowboy cats, please. Please. I think maybe OSAB, yeah. We're gonna, of course, continue to investigate. Oh, thanks, Kate. Yeah, I think.
Oh.
Oh, now I'm. Oh,
Whoa.
We're playing with negative space today.
I still
Oh,
think
I
that we
feel
should just
generally.
put me like
Like way down in the corner, yeah.
way down in the corner. It's your boy, JV.
Splooey,
I feel like you should roll his sleeves all the way
I
up.
hate that you both say shit like that, but also have my number. Do you know what I mean? I'm like, I hate that I am that person.
I'm just
You're
really
right.
impressed at how high you rolled them up.
I like. It's funny, isn't it? I don't like short sleeve shirts.
But you like
but I
creating
love
them. You like them on
creating
your
my
own
shorts. Yeah, I like
I,
rolling up my
I
sleeve.
can't stand long sleeve shirts.
Hence why I roll
If
mine
I
up, I
if
guess.
I have a long sleeve shirt, they get rolled up.
elbow pits.
Oh.
Oh, yeah, that is what they are, I guess.
Fits.
You want to see some hot elbow pit action? Nope.
Oh. Terms of service, John. Terms of service.
Do you still have the missing back panel on that jacket,
Oh.
or has it been?
We don't talk about that.
So now it's very like sexy and scandalous. Smash.
Yeah, exactly.
Nice, fantastic.
Yeah, they should be. They should be fine, I think.
It's okay, we just have to like put a tag on our video and then we can basically do anything.
I'll go through and manually like put a black bar over John's armpits and just like, or mine, I guess, and like follow them around the whole thing. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Oh my god.
Ladies and gentlemen, I've had the first request for a live weenus.
The first? Hardly.
I don't know if I've ever like had somebody deliberately request my weenus on chat at this
I
point.
don't think they would, right? Like what? Like
Why not? Are you saying that you don't enjoy the sight of my scaly, dried out weenus?
I've gone too far. I'm too far in, and now I can, as Macbeth famously said, I am in blood stepped too far, or whatever the fucking line is. Anyway.
I will also point out that there once upon a time, and this is about
We've lost Kate.
about 13 years ago.
Yeah. Okay.
About 13 years ago, my
No.
my
Okay.
Oh.
elbows had very dry skin.
They
like
did.
very, very dry skin.
Yeah. I remember.
And I had, I was told like you have to use this moisturizing cream on your elbows for like a while to see if it'll help. So unfortunately, at that point, somebody also took a photo of my desk, and my desk just had like a gigantic bottle of Lubriderm
Right.
on it.
That's-
so
yeah.
it basically made it look like I was your standard teenage boy.
Right.
And I was like, no, it's from the dry skin on my elbows, and everyone's like, yeah.
He starts screaming, "No, it's for my weenus. It's
Well,
for my
you
weenus."
wrote Venus moisturizer on it, and someone defaced it with a P. So, you know,
Shockingly easy to turn a W into a P.
shocking.
Venus look like right now?
Probably pretty good, buddy.
I don't know.
I.
Oh, he's shy.
Venus out.
Oi!
That's so
it's-
smooth.
Can I also just quickly shout out?
Ow.
Lexington had pushed the lotion on its skin. Okay, Lexington, did we capture you on the Discord? Welcome. You said you were
Why'd
just
you
newly
say
arrived.
capture
Yeah,
like
welcome
that?
to our shenanigans.
Yes, welcome to the shenanigans. That's right.
There's-
We're like, welcome to Scott and my shenanigans.
Whoa! Everyone else is like, can we role play? And we're like, no, absolutely not.
Not until my quota of weenus. Quota of weenus.
Quota of weenus
Now
is pretty
that's
good.
a
That's
movie
a good-
we've got to make. Right? That's not even a band
That's-
name. That's a movie.
That's the
it's like
first
Quantum
one.
of Solace's sequel is Quota of Weenus.
I thought Quantum of Solace's sequel was Skyfall.
Skyfall.
You know,
We'll get Adele to sing the theme.
and the wieners.
Gold Weenus. Bwah, bwah.
I love it.
I don't know what
Weenus
why Kate's got the screwdriver,
Oh,
but
she's considering making holes where there were no holes before.
that would be entirely fair. I wouldn't blame anybody for that, to be honest. But instead of picking up a screwdriver and threatening one's life, one could also make use of our safety cards. Now, we have these safety cards in order to make sure that we play to our max, but without going over any of our boundaries. You don't have cards, you do have options. We'll get to those in a second. The play card, otherwise known as the green card, means if I'm holding this up, then I'm okay. No matter how I may appear otherwise, I am enthusiastically consenting to continue. The pause card, or the yellow card, says I have something that I need the table to know. If I'm holding this card up, play has to stop. It can resume once I've put the card back down. The stop card, or the red card, means I am not okay. Means that game will immediately stop. We'll probably go to a be right back screen if we're on stream, and play will not resume until everybody at the table has said that they are ready, willing, and able to continue. Now, I said you didn't have cards, but that doesn't mean you don't have options. You can always whisper us at RPGClinic. It'll show up. We've got a screen here. We can see chat. Or you can message one of our mods. We do have Aragwen, she who knows 10,000 things, in here. Kung Fu Fenris may arrive later on. But if nothing else, you always have the ability to turn stream off, close chat, and walk away. We don't want to see you go, but we do want you to keep yourself healthy and safe.
Very important.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jordan.
Message from the Weenus of Canada.
Ween, weenus. What?
Yeah, that's what
All I heard
that's
going
what
on your
we're
mouth.
all voting for tomorrow is the Weenus of Canada.
Weenus.
That's actually what's on the ballot.
Yeah, we are on the
Spoiling my
eve-
ballot just by
Yeah, we're on the
Yeah.
eve of an election here in Canada, so we'll just make sure that everybody understands that
Yeah.
for today, everything we say.
A message from the government of Canada.
I like how clunky and pleasant that little thing is at the end. You know what I mean? The little jingle.
Like
Should
they
we-
hired
the opening notes of
professionals or
Canada.
something.
Yeah.
Should that button stop the
They
music
funded.
and then start it again once it's finished?
No, I like the record scratch does. That's
Yeah.
Well, that's the
I
that's the
think-
by
point.
design.
Yeah.
I think we need to save the pause play for when it matters.
Mm-hmm.
For that.
Yay!
I do enjoy that. But what this also means is that we can figure out whether or not you've spent any experience.
We can do that.
3, 2, 1.
Oh. Okay.
Oh, we're in 12.
No, I spent a lot last time, whenever it was.
Last time was so long ago that no one remembers.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true.
Oh no, our Weenus is
Weenuses
cast
will
into the
burn.
fire.
Unbelievable.
Is it too late to change the title of the stream?
I think it is. Moonshine?
Well, it'll just be next episode. Next episode will be like,
Just walks at midnight.
the Unfiltered Weenus Project or something like that.
I do have 2 notes, but
Weirdest points out that last time doesn't count.
Why not?
Our past does not follow us into our present.
What do you mean last time does not count?
Doesn't count if you.
Bless you.
No one cares if you spent XP last time. Doesn't matter.
but
It doesn't
but
acquit you.
okay. Oh, as in we have to spend XP every time, or else we go to hell.
Correct.
Got it. Okay. Right. I've had this ongoing conversation with the Go to Hell crew for a long time, actually, and I keep telling them it's not possible. Ay, oy. Right. Okay. Right. Got it. Unless you're scoots. Understood. Okay.
I've increased the volume of the record scratch.
Thank you.
Now it will sound closer to this.
I was really hoping we'd cut wide outside the apartment building and all the glass
All
would
the
just
windows
explode
shatter.
out. Just see John what?
John goes flying.
Just like paste on
Yes. Oh my god. That was audible. Thanks, Abigail. It's all good, Kung Fu Fenris. We thought you'd kick the door in. Welcome. Fenwis. Oh.
Is it worth finding out what happened last session?
Yes. Seems
Yes, it
like a good idea.
Neil Yoshida gave the pack.
I bet I didn't change what the recap was.
Oh.
I did not.
Owen. Hello.
I've now spent my XP.
Oh.
But it's too late. I've already gone to
You
hell.
are in
Yeah.
hell, but Aragorn
That's
might
okay.
send
What
a
XP
bucket
did you-
to draw you up.
I bought
spend.
melee 2 because Macros used a slash recently. So
When did melee?
Tiger?
Macros. Oh yeah.
Melee
Used to
macros.
play-
You threw it into a guy's head like 10 meters up or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and throne
A
isn't
guy,
a thing
so like
anymore.
a guy.
So it's a melee.
Throne isn't
She
a
already
thing.
had one for her little.
So
She has a pocket
exhausted.
knife. I just never use it.
Flower of August, we're not speedrunning the pregame. I don't want to count how many minutes we spent on various topics.
Weenuses. Weenie? Weenie.
Damn it!
Go to hell, okay.
Damn it!
I also know what I want to spend next week, but it's whether or not I remember.
Ooh.
Taken.
Write a
Can
note
you-
to yourself.
Have you tattooed your weenus?
Yes.
Okay.
Or, you
Actually, no. I've
surrounded it.
encircled my weenus.
You've
Yeah.
encircled your weenus, but has not
It remains pure. Unmarked.
pure weenus.
I actually think tattooing right on the weenus would be pretty rough.
Yeah, there's not
don't
much else there.
understand.
It's just weakness and bone.
Like, how do we one up this later? Like, Do you know what I mean?
Well,
Like,
that's
you don't
how
pull out your
people
A game
are.
at the beginning of the
Life
improv show.
Do you think
finds
this
a
is my
way.
A game?
Isn't it?
This is the wittiest any of us have ever been.
Shut up.
Clearly.
It's a term for the skin on your elbow.
Yes. Yes. Oh, okay. Oh, perfect. Great. Done. Easy peas.
I like how, because there's no apostrophe there, we don't know if it's you don't or if it's you don't.
Yeah, don't.
You don't kind of also
Or,
sounds pretty
yeah,
like.
don't.
Or the crates of veggies that are like rotten that you're gonna throw.
Yeah, oh god, look out. Careful.
Okay.
Oh my god.
All right, let's try this recap again.
Here we go.
Shanks interviewed a new hire for Bar Balthazar, Dev, who carried with him knowledge of the mountain's ecology and a surprising amount of bad luck. Troyan and Macros were visited by Julia the Ratkin, who provided them with a USB key to destroy a computer system and a promise of trust. Neil Yoshida added geological surveys of the land beneath the hive for good measure. Dante ventured up the mountain to speak with Sight of Eight. He needed guidance on how to save the spirits of the Guru captured by the Face Stealer. The Theurge offered Dante the secrets of death in exchange for 30 days of secrets brought to her. Back at the bar, a spiral arrived with an influencer in tow. Ends to Beginnings asked for the pack to let the museum go, lest his negotiations turn to threats.
Flower of August has requested that you not die.
Okay. Can we promise that or no?
I'll make love to you right now if you promise me you'll never die.
And then he turns her like towards the camera. I promise I will never die. That's so funny.
Merry
Chrissy.
housework, Flower of August.
Yes, have fun. Ooh.
BSDs get their deed names in similar fashion to Guy and Guru.
Mm-hmm.
It's the name that you just end up with. It's the name you choose for yourself or that somebody bestows upon you.
Are they all kind of snarky ones, though?
Not necessarily.
Like he who never replaces the toilet roll, or she who used up the last bit of milk and didn't go to the store to get new milk.
She
BSDs
who left 1 inch milk in
aren't
container.
like,
1 inch
they're
milk.
not casually paid by a rule.
She who engaged in post-it note passive aggressive in war.
I'm just imagining like, Guy and Guru and BSDs having to share a cairn.
Yeah.
But like they
No,
just leave passive aggressive notes for each other.
it's Big Brother, but yeah.
No, I was gonna say it's the real world.
Big
This
Karen.
is the real world.
the real Karen.
Why do they keep going into that confessional booth?
Oh man, you don't even light a match in there after?
Ah,
Ends to beginnings. That's disgusting. Can we petition to do a real world, like a Big Brother-esque episode of Montreal by Moonlight? It would be a joke. It would be like a one-off.
April 1st was a while ago, man.
Mm-hmm. You know what the funny thing about dates is, though? They'll come around.
That you have never
all you
been
have
on
to do
one.
is ask.
Son
Oh,
of a bitch. Son of a bitch. Look, I can't help it if I go out on romantic liaisons rather than dates. Thank you very much.
assignations.
It doesn't count when your brother hooks you up with people.
Excuse me. Sorry.
That who
Barks would not hook me up with anybody, okay? Quick point of order for the chat, just because I think this is funny. My brother's last name is Barkley, so he went by Barks for a long time. So he started ironically calling me Skarks, and I think that's fucking hilarious.
Scars.
Skarks is very
Never
funny.
have said that out loud.
Well, it's happening. Here we go.
Right, Skarks.
Skarks. Skarks root beer. Yeah. Ooh.
I miss Barks. I liked Barks.
Archer's bite.
Barks has bite. I remember that.
Oh.
But I think it also has caffeine normally.
Yes, I would think so. Shoomphs. Worse, Aragorn. IMO.
Scott, how does it feel to know that your name is the most likely to be referenced in a doo-wop song?
I love jazz, so I feel pretty good about that, to be honest. I could learn to scat and then just sing my own name and various catchphrases I've come up with over the years.
And this
Yeah.
is why you've never been on a date.
Oh, shit.
Roasted. Game hasn't even begun.
God damn it. Scoots Humphrey. Like Scott Horn free. Am I? Because of the trumpet, not because.
Because you're missing a
Fuck
horn.
shit. All right, we'll figure it out.
All right.
Yeah.
We good to start?
Yes.
Oh. Yes, I am.
Are we sure? No.
No.
We're ready to start. I don't know about
Okay.
y'all.
All right. Oh, hell.
Preparation's tough. It's one of the things that I struggle with, actually, quite a bit. When I was younger, I tended to just try to get by on my wits as opposed to sitting down and consciously getting things ready. Whether it was for school, for play, for sports, for whatever, I would be like, oh, I'll just figure it out when I get there. And for a while that worked, and then it stopped. One of the things you learn pretty damn quick when you're dealing with rehearsing is that if you don't know your lines, you're in trouble. And while I might be fast at memorizing lines, I am not instantaneous. And so prep can be tough. But part of the reason that prep is tough is not necessarily because we're not used to it. It's because it's anticipation. It's the knowledge that you are going to do something. And that the preparation that you're making in order to arrive at that point, in order to succeed at that point, it might be for nothing. Plans do not survive contact with the enemy. But are you really willing to go forward and do things on your own without trying to come up with something to help you out? I don't think so. It doesn't seem to be your modus operandi. But I'm looking forward to seeing what you're going to end up doing. Not the least of which because I also know what's about to happen to each one of you. You do remember what happened last session, yes?
Mm-hmm.
This would normally be the point where I would ask you, where are you?
Mm-hmm.
What are you doing? I'm not asking you that right now. For two specific reasons. The first is because we are going to step forward very slightly in time. And second, because I know where you are. I'm not necessarily sure that you do. So are you ready?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, almost. I'm gonna heal my willpower.
Ooh. Oh. I'm perfect.
Otherwise, yes.
We'll just confirm that for everybody that you are all normal. Except we'll see how long that lasts.
Could I trouble you to unplug and replug the cable that I'm currently jiggling?
Oh, that's a tough ask. Hold on.
Here we go.
I was trying to mattress and realized that my stream
I was
deck
trying to-
no idea where it's plugged in.
in
Oh,
yeah.
here?
Yeah.
This one?
Yes. Yeah, we're good.
I can mattress. Everything is okay in the world.
I'm sorry.
Mattress.
I ruined everything.
Mattress.
Is that a Pokemon?
Yeah.
Yep.
Mattress. Mattress. Mattress.
Really aggressive mattress.
One quick question, Kate. Is it possible to swap this and that in the future, or is there a reason why that one's-
That has a bunch of cables attached to it, so it can't go as far.
Dang. Oh well. Just because then I could twiddle the knob and plug things into it. Okay. I want each of you to roll me a die of luck.
Yeah. My prettiest die.
6.
6.
6.
Wit.
No.
8, sorry.
So 8,
6.
6,
6.
6. Roll off.
Liz?
Oh,
Yeah. 3.
6.
So it is to be a war between us.
Where did you sleep last night?
At the bar, I would say, in the apartment upstairs, because it's been threatened
True. Presumably at my apartment, but if vibes were bad, then in doggo form at the bar.
Oh yeah, it's true. It was threatened, and I had returned as well. But I would have left.
Yeah, that's fair.
Probably my own pad.
Excellent. So which one is it? Are you at home or are you at the bar?
What would try and have?
She would have said it wasn't necessary to stay if she didn't want to. So
Because it's at her own place. Because then if they like snap their fingers and evaporate the bar, at least they're the
at
other
least
two of us
the
left.
majority
Yeah.
of the group is safe.
The pack is somewhat intact. Yeah.
That's right.
Macros, you wake up all of a sudden. It's impossible to know what time it is. You're still at home. You're in your bed, but you cannot see. That's not actually quite true. There is something that you can see, but you know that it's not where you are. There's tendrils. Smoky, thin tendrils, thousands of them, reaching and wrapping around pipes, pulling at them almost to the point where you can hear the steel of these pipes groaning under the pressure. You can see that there's condensation on these pipes, that whatever is inside them is chilling the pipe so hard that the dank air around you is creating condensation on the outside, sliding along the tendrils and disappearing into the dark outside. But you can still feel the sheets against your skin, the softness of the mattress underneath you. And you're hot. Incredibly hot. You can feel the sweat dripping across your skin, soaking into your pillow, into the mattress.
Her sits up, tears all the sheets off, tries to, untangle her feet and get her feet on the floor.
The floor's cold.
And still, this is all that I can see.
All you can see. The floor is relief.
Can I do an occult roll to try to figure out what this could possibly mean? Because this doesn't seem normal.
No, I don't imagine it would seem very normal.
Yeah.
Yes. Roll me your resolve occult.
2 successes.
You know that you're having a spiritual vision. It's the first one you've had that has gone this far and this deep.
Yeah. Can I see my own hands, or is it really just
You cannot
as
see
if I'm seeing
anything.
another?
It's as if something has just overlaid itself in front of your sight.
So I can't reach out and touch anything.
You reach out and you
I'll be
touch your
doing that.
nightstand.
Yeah. Okay, so it's my room.
Yes.
But I can't interact with it. If I turn around and look, can I see anything else?
Nope. It's as if there's a screen that's in front of you that's
just
playing.
weird.
And it doesn't matter. Like a VR headset.
Yeah, but it's not like a VR headset where I see other stuff when I turn
That's
my
right.
head around.
It doesn't track.
So no, it's more like I just have a phone.
Yeah,
cool.
I just mean it's like screens
Yeah.
in front of your
Yeah.
eyes. It's a little disorienting, actually. You have more than enough stamina to be able to stomach it, but you're not used to your viewpoint not changing when your head moves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess I'm just gonna sit there and like try to focus on every detail I can try to remember. Colors, the smells, the sensations. Like, I'm hot, and that seems to be cold in the pipes. But yeah,
So you're trying to focus on
on the vision. And
On the vision
details
itself.
therein.
And then just vaguely in the back of your head, there's some voice that starts speaking to you. I want you to roll me here your composure awareness.
Three successes.
You hear distinctly just these words that rise above the whispers. What does it mean?
I was hoping you could tell me.
Basically.
Yeah.
Trying. When you wake up, you're on the floor next to your bed. It's very hot here. To the point where you can feel that your hair is sticking to your neck. You cannot see. But it's not quite that. What you can see are shapes, forms that are lingering around one single point. A point you can't see, but you can tell that all of them are turned inward and focusing. Some of them are shaped like what you would expect a Guru to look like. Some of them in Hamid, some Lupus, Hispo, Glabro, Krinos, and some hold no such form at all. These carry the same tendril-like structures, but they're attached to creatures. No, creatures is the wrong word for it. Spirits, maybe. But they're all focused on one point, shielding this point from your vision. But you can tell that each one of these creatures is an enemy.
Oh.
Marked by the worm itself.
Am I able to move closer to see what they're looking at?
When you get up to try to move, you hit your own wall. You recognize you are in your apartment above the bar. Wherever you move, it's there. Your viewpoint does not change.
She reaches out a hand and tries to like swipe at one.
You hit your wall.
Ow! Fuck.
And it's very clear that it's the wall and not like, oh, it's a thing
Right.
that I've hit in front of you. It's like, nope, that's where my wall would be.
Is there a roll that I could make to try and decipher what's
Yeah.
this could
Roll
mean?
me your resolve occult. Or recult, as we'll.
Recult, yeah, I like that. Recult.
Occult just doesn't have the same kind of.
3 successes.
Wow.
You can tell that you're having a spiritual vision. Moreover, you can tell that you're having a spiritual vision specifically about the enemies you are going to face. As an Arun, this is your key.
So she tries to note if any of them have like noticeable weaknesses. I don't know, like injuries that she could exploit, or
Roll me your composure and your.
Composed.
We're going to say your composure and your brawl.
ooh, that's a nice pool.
For you specifically, yeah,
gonna get
I think
spicy,
that's your
this is-
best pool, isn't it? Close to it.
Yeah.
Actually.
It's like an Olympic-sized pool.
Very nice. Oh, very nice. Okay.
Ain't no 25-meter lanes for here, boy.
9 successes.
Whoa.
Each of the enemies that you have surrounding you are able to operate in the extreme conditions that you find yourself in. The heat. They've adapted to it. Maybe even forced that to become a reality. Every single one of them are also capable of moving around here in the dark. The fact that it's underground, the fact that there is no real source of light here, doesn't trouble them one iota. It means that they're on their home turf. A home turf that they can defend because not only are they adapted to the climate and the light, but they also know everything about where they are and how they can move, where they can hide. Any sort of assault on this place would require not only reconnaissance, but also an attempt to change the battlefield to eliminate their advantage. You're going to get a similar roll in a second, but you're not a rune. Last time I checked.
Secret of rune.
Dante.
Yo.
First, when you wake up, it's almost as if it's because every single piece of electronics in your apartment has decided to activate, to flare up, to go haywire. And then, no, that can't be it. You can't see. Or rather, what you're seeing is instead the Umbra. It's as if you have penumbral senses active right now, but you know that you are not seeing the Umbra around your room, which you can still feel in its physicality. Instead, what you are seeing is corruption. Carefully sheltered so that it's counterbalancing the destruction and the withering of the construction around it in order to keep one thing very, very safe. Power. An immense source of power. But this is no man-made source of power. This is not something that has been designed by engineers. Not fission, not fusion, not incineration. But something is generating a lot of power. And you can tell that it's because whatever is inside this thing is dying and resurrecting and existing and dying over and over in a cycle that lasts nanoseconds.
Oh, God.
You're hot. Your skin drenched. Wherever you are, your bed. It shouldn't be like this. You need to roll now your Resolve Occult.
Okay.
I think it's a decent pool for you.
Yes, it is. Yeah, it's definitely.
What's your Resolve Occult?
5.
So-
4.
4.
Okay.
That's still quite a
Yeah.
decent pool, but
Please, honey.
3
Yeah.
for Dante.
8.
Wow,
Mm,
fucking Theurges.
4 successes.
Everyone, when you're all into piss play, you do what you have to do.
Oh my God. Latex. Horrible.
Sorry, how much?
4 successes.
4 successes. You are having a spiritual vision.
Yeah.
You understand that you are having a vision specifically to understand the spiritual significance of an event that is about to occur as related to your auspice.
I want to focus on the source of the power, the cycle of life and death that is being sort of like, cycled infinitely as quickly as it can. I want to try to find it. As mentioned, I presume that I can move, but it doesn't interact with the world.
You
in this
move
place.
and you are encountering the elements of your room.
Can I? This is weird because I'm already having a vision, but can I try to trigger sight from beyond to have a further vision in the vision that I'm in right now? What Dante is trying to do is really focus all of his energy on trying to peel back the layers and see what this thing is that is living and dying.
Sight from beyond?
Yeah, I don't, because you can like provoke visions, but I'm having one, so I don't know if that's like necessarily how that works.
So-
Inception.
That is interesting.
I don't know.
First of all, you can't use it in your current form.
Oh, I gotta be
You
a
gotta
supernatural
shift.
form. I can, right?
All three of you
Yeah.
Yeah.
in one rage.
Yeah. Love to see that.
Now you may choose to shift it.
I'm gonna try. I'm gonna go to Glabro and I'm gonna,
Okay.
like, in my own hotbed, just like,
So shift.
let's do it. Hashtag hotbed. Hashtag hotbed. Fuck. This guy. Let's lose a rage. And let's do it. I wanna try. I'm gonna spend the willpower. And thanks,
Go for
Captain Splooey. All right. I don't know what I will find, but it might be exciting.
Oh.
Whoa! Hello. This isn't one of those. If you over succeed, it's really bad, right? Let's find out. 5 successes. Actually, not that crazy.
Do you know the sound of a light bulb when you throw too much power into it and it just pops?
Yeah. Sure.
Smell of ozone.
Yeah. As it tries to like burn through the filament, like with too much current, I guess.
That's what happens
To me or to
to you.
Oh, that's not good.
Back
I would do this though. That's
Oh, Dantes.
Do you have a roll that you want to try to make sense of what's going on? You understand what's happening. You're
Like,
having
it's a
vision.
spiritual vision. It has some tendrils and some pipes and stuff.
Yeah.
But beyond that, I just don't know what she'd roll.
All right. Then I will give you a roll. I want you to roll me your composure, stealth.
Should I say you try to delve deeper and short circuit yourself? Is
yeah.
that fair?
That's a good synopsis.
3 successes.
There's something about the pipes that gives you an advantage. They're an entry or an exit point.
Yes.
If you can survive them. An entry or an exit point that you're pretty sure the enemy does not use and that they wouldn't consider. The pipes are large enough that probably one Gru could go through on their hands and knees.
Oh, like okay, like
I was thinking like
big
yeah.
size. Yeah,
They're
like
large.
Human
like
size.
sewers.
Yes.
Yep.
Well, sewers would be much larger than
Yeah.
that.
Right, but like-
something, yeah.
Okay.
Like ducts almost. Ducts.
Oh.
Yeah.
Now, all of you, roll me your stamina.
With rage?
Yeah, it's a standard roll.
Call that emergent narrative weirdness.
3 successes for me.
3 for me.
Ooh, and 2 for me.
Okay. None of you will take damage this round. You are overheating.
Uh-oh. Okay.
You must find a way to cool down. or your body will shut down.
Okay.
Dante, however,
Yeah.
you are receiving a data stream.
Yes. This is worth my body shutting down for.
Have you ever gotten a phone call that was designated for a fax machine?
Yes, I
Yes,
have. It's
that's
that.
what I'm assuming.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it sounds like.
Yes.
Yes.
But the information, it's like you're expecting to drink through a straw, and instead a bathtub faucet is running into your mouth.
Fucking hell. Oh god.
There's bits and pieces of information that you're getting, but there's too much. It's all coming at you at once. A vision within a vision is a dangerous thing, Dante. And you're getting warmer.
Oh god.
What do you do?
I'm gonna try to fumble my way towards my bathroom, and actually, yeah, I think my first thought is bathroom and cold shower.
Okay. Roll me your resolve athletics.
Ooh. That's what Olympians roll.
Parkour.
3
Parkour.
successes.
Oh.
You managed to make it into your bathtub.
Okay.
I assume that it's a bathtub shower combination type thing.
Yeah, I mean, is that, or it's so dinky that it's just a stand-up shower, but, like, let's say there's a bathtub.
I would say only having a stand-up shower would actually be like they'd be more likely to just have a big old tub.
Yeah. Cool. So,
So you've got a tub.
yeah,
And what are you doing?
turning on the cold.
Okay.
Yeah?
Roll me your stamina again. Macros.
Troyan tries to follow the wall to the window to open it. From the
Okay.
wall to the window.
Okay. That will be a resolve athletics roll for you.
3.
It's the relief is
I rolled too many dice. Hold on.
the relief is on pause.
Oh god.
Oh, no, I did roll the correct
okay.
number. I just can't count.
The relief is instant, and the vision sharpens for a moment, giving you just a very clear image of the pipe itself that you're looking at. You don't know where it is, but you know you'd be able to recognize it in the future.
Pipes.
5 successes.
You manage to make it to the window and wrench it open. The cool November air just pours in over your body. I don't know what Macros sleeps in, but I assume it's not like Troyan, sorry, what am I saying? Macros is over there. Troyan, I assume that Troyan isn't sleeping in like flannel pajamas at the moment.
No, I think it's a tank top and underwear.
Okay, so then the relief is instant as the air just rolls over the exposed skin and what is a soaked through tank top at this point. Your vision will sharpen enough so that you can see that whatever is guarding this point that you can't see, there are 5 Guru and 3 spirits. Dante.
I need to drag myself away from the stream of knowledge that I so desperately want to gobble down. The plan, Dante's plan, is to roll off the mattress that's on the floor and crawl, like basically roll over to the hyper-powered mini fridge that he has up against his bedroom wall, inside of which there'll be some extra chilled cans of like some sort of energy drink. He's jamming his wrists and head into the mini fridge.
Okay.
As you know, that's the closest cold thing.
That is going to be a
Don't fuck this up, buddy.
composure
Okay.
athletics.
If you brutal, does the mini fridge close and lock on his head?
Might.
I don't think that's how any of
So that one episode of Mr. Bean where he sticks his head inside the turkey, I would imagine that for the rest of the campaign. Mini fridge head.
Mini fridge head. I must. Can I re-roll? Yeah, I can. I'm gonna do it.
Willpower to burn.
Willpower to burn, buddy. I also don't want to die. Okay. Okay, so I rerolled into a brutal outcome.
Why would you
I also
roll?
got 3 successes.
No, I
Okay.
don't care about that.
You don't care?
Why would you re-roll your rage dice if you were?
It's the only one I had to reroll.
Oh no.
Risk? Risk reward? Is this like... I don't want to... I'm gonna die in my dream, guy. Wait, is that a classic
You die in
Dante?
your dream, you die in real life.
Yeah, oh shit, I didn't know.
French.
So,
Jam my hand in the electrical socket.
Yeah.
um,
I'm in Glabro.
all right.
For what it's
It's
worth.
worse.
Yeah.
I think that's worse.
It's a much larger van ramming.
I'm in fridge. New team.
Oh, he's the straight edge now. Okay.
I really like that, Gwen.
Holy fridge.
Oh, we were talking about fridging. Sorry, okay.
Jesus. Speaking of one with
I've been fridged, yeah. Don't worry, guys, I got another character concept on tap. It's fine, don't worry. What do we got, buddy?
You tear into the fridge, which means that you rip it in half.
Oh my god.
You're in Glabro.
Yeah, it's happening.
You can feel the tetrafluorothane that's used as a coolant in this fridge start to pour out as a gas over your arms.
Oh god.
You will experience frostbite. This will be roll stamina.
Yeah. That's real bad. Can I like wash it off? 1 success.
Take 4 superficial damage,
for fuck's sake.
Ow!
and you get no sharpened vision.
Oh my god. He's literally
so hard to
sleeping.
explain tomorrow.
And then, after 5 seconds of your sharpened vision, or 5 seconds of you burning your own skin off,
Yeah. Worst case.
you blink, and your sight is restored.
Turn off tap.
Yeah. Dante would have enough presence of mind to know what to
I mean,
do.
you're still hot,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but you're no longer.
I don't know how to treat a frostbite burn, but like
Stay in
I would.
Glabro and regenerate.
oh well, yeah, hey, that's a good one.
Troyan leaves the window open. And
Nice.
and opens her phone for the group text. The
Yeah.
group chat.
Like, Mac is gonna probably take another couple minutes sitting in the damp.
Text to the friends. Just had this fucking insane vision. Did anyone else?
I will leave Labro.
Oh no.
That's all I got.
Oh, I should tell you, you did gain 1 rage for
Oh,
Getting hurt.
that, so you can yeah,
if I,
Taking the injury from the friend.
I'm gonna roll it again.
sure.
Gil points out you could howl at the moon if you wanted to.
Fuck. Okay, I'm never rolling that die again. Ever.
How many chances did you give it? How many times did it?
3. It's hurt me thrice today. Thank you.
Are you gonna howl?
Yeah, people have probably heard weirder shit coming from my
Enraged?
house. House. My little room.
Are you gonna roll again?
Yeah, not with that
Regenerate?
fucking guy. Why not, man? Yeah, this feels like the correct story. Okay.
There you go. That's great.
And again?
Yeah, let's go. Come on, heal it. Okay. It's fine. It's fine.
Dante tears the fridge in half, burns himself, and
Again.
loses the wolf.
Fuck.
Damn, what a night. Holy shit.
You will
We
not
can't
be
all have the
received.
presence of mind to open a window. Right?
Bold of you to assume my apartment has windows, sir.
That's a fridge. And no windows. And is that your only fridge? That mini fridge?
No, that's for my gaming juice.
Gaming juice.
You could have like held the cans just against your like.
That's what I was attempting to do. Or that's what I was going to do.
And instead, you just ripped the door open and
And
like,
grin-
fuck.
That's what he puts his
Valid.
so funny. Oh god.
What the hell, guys?
Oh boy.
After a
My
few
helmet
moments,
looks so small.
Macris climbs out of the tub and finds her phone,
Fucking hell.
sees the text from Troyan, and sees that it's a group text, and is like, fuck, me too. Dante, what the hell does this mean?
How are my texting hands?
Oh,
I'm regenerated.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, I'm regenerated. Okay.
Perfect.
Great. Oh, perfect. Look at all this manual
I
dexterity.
like to think though that like Guru's skin gets a little pink,
Yeah.
right? Because it's like,
'cause new.
it's new skin. I'm
Oh.
like, ah.
So
Yeah,
cute.
it's like
That's very
baby
cute.
saw.
Yeah, well,
So his arms just look really raw.
it's really horrible, honestly.
Yep.
Dante's gonna get into the group chat as well. I want to hear what you all saw. I don't know why we all experienced visions of what's to come, but maybe other guru did too in the city.
He said, metaingly.
Slightly. It's not an unfair assumption to make.
True, it isn't
true.
necessarily just us three.
Could have been all of us.
Could have been everyone.
Sight beyond sight. I just start telling you like meta knowledge instead. Dante doesn't understand. Like, I'm part of a game?
Yeah.
What is this?
The guy playing you is wearing a turtleneck.
No! What the fuck is killing me?
So she messages, should we check in with the others?
We should head to, we should regroup at downstream, ask people there.
Why the smaller Karen?
And then another text comes back.
Burn.
That's just my bias. Sorry, I got a little fucked up by my vision.
You're right.
Dante is typing. Dante is not typing. Dante
Pipes
is
and
typing. Dante is not
tendrils. The
typing.
pipes were really cold, but I was burningly hot.
Me too.
Macris is just, I'm gonna swipe and text any percent because it's first alphabetically.
Group chat.
Swipe right on 80% or swipe and text?
Swipe and text.
Ooh, swipe and text.
That was so fun.
That was great. Big fan.
Weird fucking dreams. All good with you? Question mark. And then swipe off to Sky.
Nice. I mean, at this point, just put him in a group.
Just had a really bizarre dream. How are you doing?
Troyan essentially types the same thing to Slade.
Which version
Just had a really weird dream that was apparently a vision. Did you? Send.
Similarly, I will also be shooting off a couple of texts. One to Apotheosis, which says something to the effect of, my pack just had visions of a battle to come. We need to find out if anyone else has had one. And then...
Sorry, that was sent to...
Apotheosis. And then who would know most about life and death? Yeah, yeah. That was what I was afraid of. But that's
I'm really
correct.
sorry, but yeah.
I think we have Sight of Eight's like number, but she strikes me as a using the phone only sometimes kind of lady. But I'm still gonna.
What is the question you're looking to ask?
Well,
Because here's one thing that I will point out.
Yeah.
She is probably the most experienced theurge. In fact, by default, it's either you or her. That's
probably
it.
her at that point.
That
Theurge
doesn't
of the
necessarily mean that
Twilight,
she
so-
has the most experience with the occult.
It's true.
In much the same way that it's not necessarily Narun who will be the strongest warrior. The role that you're given is meant as a role.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know any witches?
Not yet. But what I will say, John, is I am gonna shoot a text to Sight of 8 because I think, if Dante has the presence of mind to be a little manipulative about it, he's gonna say something to the effect of, "I just had a vision, pursuant to our conversation today, about life and death. I need those secrets."
No.
I puts the wrong.
Fucking hell.
They're next to each
Not-
other.
Really?
Yes, they are. Diagonally across.
Right, sure, yeah.
I'm like, they aren't close alphabetically.
Mm-hmm. But yeah,
Oh, I'm sure they're close diagonally. Yeah, they're in the same neighborhood, but
Would have been better if
I thought
if
you
he
were
sent the
gonna go-
text and I did this. The metro sound is very quiet.
Oh. I thought you were going to say, I had a vision, and it's one of my secrets, so I'll only be telling you.
unbelievable. Although, thank you, because it is. Well, the secret will be, I bore myself now vision. That'll be my secret.
All right.
Lots of
Following
messages.
people get answers.
Fucking hell.
Any percent does not answer. Slade does not answer. Sight of 8 answers, I don't text.
Just gotta go.
Sky writes, I just had one too.
same with Troy and Dante.
Apotheosis writes, I don't know how the story ends.
Shit.
You get a location marker sent to you, Macros. It is Angel Woods. It's where you had the moot a long time ago.
Is this from Sky?
Yes.
So far away.
You want me to head there?
I mean, what's the wolf equivalent of duh? Yes.
Ooh.
Period.
Yes.
I will text me back. Oh, I'm so good at technology. Thanks, Dante, for all your
You
help.
did mention that these two had also had.
Yeah.
Okay, you will also get the same marker.
OMW. And then semi-omwa. Do. And then I'm gonna ask Apotheosis. Or I'm gonna continue to text with Apotheosis briefly. It sounds like Sky had a vision too. Come to Angel Woods if you're free. We need to figure out why Gaia has blessed us with all of this, not information.
Can you roll me your intelligence occult, please?
Yes, I can. Yes, I can. And I'm ready to defend my phrasing, but I'll roll first. Oh, it's fine. It's fine. 4 successes.
You don't know that Gaia gave you these visions.
Correct. That is correct. I will only defend my phrasing as it feels fortuitous and timely.
Fortuitous and timely, perhaps. I'm just saying.
No proof thereof. Yeah.
Yeah, Gaia herself rarely would.
Oh, good lord. Yeah. No, that's super fair. That's true.
To do so would be the equivalent of my being like, yes, so the king
You know.
sent me some information
Charlie.
personally.
Yeah, Charles just sent me a quick text.
Yeah.
What else is new?
Hey, babe, you up?
He's up
Bring
on Canadians
kebab.
these days.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Reaching out to us one by one.
It's the unconquered sun.
39 million to
Subcontinent.
go.
Troyan actually sets the security system of the
Whoa.
bar
Beep, beep,
before
beep,
leaving.
Whoa, shit. Nice.
11 the ye.
The yay.
The yay. Unbelievable. I'm gonna I don't know how late at night it is, but I'm gonna hop whatever bus I need to get on to get to Angel Woods.
211 baby.
It's the
The
211.
211, baby! Alright, cool.
Troyan's
Except at
driving.
this time of night, it would be the night bus.
Yeah.
Night bus.
The-
Ooh.
311.
Yeah, 356. Forget.
Whatever. Night bus.
Night bus.
Woo. Dante can read a map. He'll be okay, guys. That's where I'm headed straight to Angel Woods.
I think Macros would coordinate.
Yeah, Troyan arranges a pickup with Macros. If Dante texted and requested the same.
No, he's too fucked up about what he saw, thinking hard about all of the information that he's gotten about about where this vision might have come from. I think he's just too laser focused on getting there. And a lot of time to think on the bus.
So you're all headed to Angel Woods.
Mm-hmm.
You all managed to make it to Angel Woods.
Hooray!
The last time you were here, your friends and your enemies were a little less defined. There's no campfire. There's no well-trodden circles, and there's no ritual here. Instead, if you continue to track specifically using the location that you were pinned at, you will, all three of you, find Sky. Sky is in Hamid. She's sitting at the base of a tree. She's dressed in thick parka, jeans and boots, with a hat pulled low over her ears. Her breath is steaming in the night. The temperature has dropped. It's sub-zero. There's frost on the ground. Sub-zero, by the way, for us is cold. It is below freezing. It is not sub-zero for Fahrenheit, which is very cold. And it's not Kelvin, which would be a physical impossibility.
Science.
The Umbra is a very strange place. She doesn't seem injured or anything, though. She's just kind of like, okay, that's good.
But what you do see, however, is a wadded up bundle of clothing sitting next to her, which seems to have frozen over.
Hmm. I mean, yeah, Dante's instinct is to sort of huddle down and make like a little circle
Mm-hmm.
and just sit all together and share a bit of body heat and just kind of be with each other for a brief moment. It sounds like we all had visions of, in some way, the same thing, although they came to us differently because of our auspice. Because of who we are, we could perceive different parts of the battle to come. Of our enemies, perhaps? He looks at Troyan.
She nods in confirmation.
Way in.
A way in. And this, for me, a bit about this strange power source. And it is not what I thought. At least, again, from the vision, I had a certain idea of what it could be. Engineered, geological, maybe something that was made by a human hand and then made better or improved by Guru. And that's not the case. I'm still not quite sure.
I'm going to assume that all of you can just tell each other what you saw in your visions, just so that we don't need to.
We don't withhold any information, do we?
No.
Okay, great.
Well, let's not assume anyone withholding any information.
That's why I was asking.
Yeah.
Are we?
No.
No.
Okay, cool.
Other than Dante does not go out of his way to be like, and then I burned myself, and then I fell over, and
So Dante doesn't reveal the burning?
yeah, no.
I bust
Don't
on
know
my
what-
frigo.
Yeah.
Sounds
Yeah,
good.
that doesn't seem important for everybody to know. But then he looks towards Sky. What did you see?
At this point, you can hear the sound of a motorbike stopping. After a few more moments, Apotheosis approaches. She's got her helmet in her hands. She's wearing the one-piece biking suit that you saw her wear a long time ago.
A long time on the bridge, probably.
Bridge,
She
yeah.
was with-
And by a long time ago, we're like a month.
Feels like a year.
But she is a light in the forest. Sky initially is like, it's good to see you, but then there's also this sort of like, why are you like lit up?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember seeing Guru kneeling before me, protesting their innocence. They were spirals. And I couldn't help but feel as if it was possible that one could be telling the truth. I couldn't see their faces. I couldn't even hear their arguments. I just felt that out of all of them protesting, one of them may have had a real case. But I was so hot. I felt as if I could fall off the edge of the world.
I don't know how we're going to overcome the heat when we have to eventually make it into this place.
If we can figure it out. I mean, I can withstand heat, but I don't know if that's the approach we should be using. My vision was suggesting that they are adapted to these extreme environments, so the heat and the dark. If we can find a way to impose the reverse very suddenly, then that shock might be enough to put them on the back foot. I don't know if there's a way of suddenly cooling that whole area, blazing a bunch of light. Because there's a lot of them. It's not unmanageable, but 5 Guru and 3 spirits, and I don't know what the spirits do.
In that location.
Guarding that, yeah, she was still
Yeah.
guarding this. Maybe this power source, or maybe something else. I couldn't see it, and that's just there.
I have a question, John. Out of character. Well, not out of character, but
Yeah.
what we as a pack have never been to a Black Spiral Dancer hive.
I hope
Don't
not.
think so. Sometimes you just want to party, you know? What? Yikes.
Dante likes a bad boy.
Yeah, he does. The the question that I have is, is there like wisdom or knowledge passed down about either why Black Spiral Dancers live in the earth in hives, or is it built around something? Do we know much about these places?
So you're asking specifically for information about hives.
Yeah. Is there anything that Guru would know?
That's a good question.
This is a good question.
Roll me your intelligence occult.
Okey-doke.
But the difficulty is going to be 5.
Yeah, that's fair. You know, Dante is thinking about Troyan's question.
Ooh.
I mean, it's not re-rolling any rage dice.
I mean, you could.
Yeah, I could. I don't have that many rage. Oh, okay, 5. Okay.
Okay. What is a cairn? A cairn is it is a location that's based around a spiritual point of Gaia.
Yeah.
Hives are based around areas of spiritual corruption. The worm, remember, is corruption. It is decay. Now, again, remember that in this particular context, corruption isn't always a bad thing. Death is a part of life, right? If everything was working normally, things would be created from the wild to become a thing. It would be given form and rules from the weaver, and then eventually they would be broken down and returned to the wild by the worm.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, corruption has gone a little overboard, and as a result, also the weaver has gone a little overboard trying to prevent things from falling apart too quickly.
Mm-hmm.
Now, in this particular case, a locus of corruption is a place where corruption has gone beyond what would be required in order to maintain this natural life cycle. Why are they often underground? That's not quite as well known. There are theories. Some of the theories are that even more so than Guy and Guru, Black Spiral Dancers feel the need to reinforce and to hide. And tunnels are easily defendable. One thing that you can say about Downstream versus Weathered Storm is that an assault on Weathered Storm can come from all sides. Downstream has limited points of ingress.
Mm-hmm.
So there's an advantage, not 100%, but there's an advantage for Downstream in defense because it only has a few different points they'd have to cover. Also, fighting in tunnels and in enclosed spaces can give you an advantage if that's what you're used to.
Yeah.
It can also be hell. Trench warfare was a thing.
Yeah.
For the worm, and for black spiral dancers in particular, being underground gives them that kind of advantage, and it also gives them that kind of shield that they can deal with so that it's not as obvious from the outside about where they're going.
Makes sense.
But it is not exclusive.
Okay.
There are thoughts that the corruption of a hive can create a weakening of the gauntlet to the point where entering into a hive can at some points pass you into the Umbra without you even recognizing it. Normally, one would say, oh, that's pretty cool, being able to get into the Umbra without any...
Free?
That sounds great. It's a bad thing.
Yeah.
There's a reason why there's a division between the spiritual world and the physical world. Even a thin barrier is enough to prevent things that shouldn't go from one end to the other and vice versa. It's nice to have a gauntlet which is relatively weak, such as at a cairn, for when you decide that you're going to step sideways.
Yeah, not
But if that isn't there, it's like the equivalent of, oh, hey, I've got a cool bathtub, and hey, my bathroom's flooding.
Right. I think my last question then for now is that based on Dante's vision of this, whatever it is, this source of power built around creation and destruction happening very quickly, that probably isn't the sort of locus of corruption around which the hive is built, because it is the whole kind of triad, like it's the whole triad in one, right? Like it's not just corruption. They're counterbalancing it with, like you said, counterbalancing it with creation to create energy.
Creation and stasis.
Yeah. So that wouldn't, what I saw is not the core of the hive per se, but it is a source of energy. Okay, could be.
You're not, having never been inside a hive, that's a hard question for you to answer.
What I have intelligence for. No, but fair.
According to my research.
According to my research. I'm the DA of, yeah.
Which one of you is the frizz?
Oh, shit.
No way.
No way.
Drive.
I think apotheosis, right?
Apotheosis has the light up hair.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Kung Fu Fenders, anything that I just said, feel free to steal. I don't give a fuck.
Macris is Carlos. Macris.
There'll be hell to pay. Macros. Dante looks back to... Thank you for that digression, guys. This is all good shit. Dante looks back to Sky. I hope that spiral dancers begging for clemency is not a future we will have to endure.
It's hard. It's hard because when you have turned your back on Gaia, the litany demands that you be destroyed. But are not all of Gaia.
In theory, it's a good conversation, Sky. In practice, we have to draw a line.
I'm not a litany scholar. I understand it, but I can interpret it, but
Look, we're to fight the worm wherever it dwells and wherever it thrives. And these visions will help us do that, whatever they are. A way in, knowledge of our enemies, knowledge of what to target, and maybe even how to take away their advantage.
a way in. I saw many enter. Not everyone leaves. physically. Some leave digitally.
So they have means of entering and leaving that are not purely
Not them.
right.
I don't know what that means. Only one of us I know has achieved a digital state, and it was through death.
But it's worth us trying to figure out anything we can, any tools at our disposal that can be made into weapons to flood this place. Dante lapses back into silence. He's thinking a lot about Code 902. He's thinking a lot about Code 902.
Hey.
The concept, not the person. Yeah, what's up? What's up? He's a bro now.
Is the heat in there artificially created or natural?
Who wants to roll me an intelligence science?
Yes, please. I would. My gut says a bit of column A, a bit of column B, but if they have a power source, it probably offshoots a lot of offshoots. It probably shoots off a lot. It's still not a word. 6 successes. I didn't roll English, I'll tell you.
The temperature of the Earth below, if you go deep enough down, that's kind of the whole point of a heat pump. It's the whole point of geothermal energy, is that the temperature below the Earth is actually at a much more stable temperature than the temperature above. But that doesn't quite count when it comes to things like caverns, taverns, and stuff. In mining operations that go deep enough into the Earth, it gets very, very hot. It's likely that this is a combination of the miserable conditions underneath, but it may also be a focus of that power source that you're talking about. It is likely not intentional.
But, and Dante, kind of relays this, but something that they may well have adapted to.
Have.
Right.
And they're thriving in it. And us trying to ensure that we can similarly thrive is just going to put us on even footing. In fact, they're still at the advantage because they know their way around those hidey holes.
So we need to get them to chill out.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah, we do.
That's my bad.
What did you say about... What was the thing with the pipes?
The pipes had cold running through them. There was condensation. So yeah, how do we get... I mean... There are sewers, right? So how do I get whatever this pipe is connected to the other pipes, and as weather gets colder, tap water gets colder, the lake is right there. River.
It's a river.
Sorry, I spent most of the time I spent near it was like the section that they refer to sometimes as a lake.
Lakeshore.
Yeah. So.
No, it's true.
Yeah.
Even though
in my brain, sometimes I'm like, it's a river, but it's also a lake.
Sure. Yeah, it's Montreal. It's fucking. We do it all here.
Do you know what helps me think? A break.
Who said that?
Do you need a break?
It's probably a good idea.
Yes, please. Get some water.
Thank you.
Oh yeah.
That's right, Aragorn. That's what I said.
Enough space there.
Yeah, weirdness. We're gonna get the world's largest fan plugged into the world's largest outlet, straight into the hydroelectric dams in like James Bay or whatever. Just the. Sorry, this is some changeling shit by the.
Bay?
Yeah, man.
It's like
Hydroelectric dam. It's like hundreds of probably
kilometers away.
Yeah. It feels like a really changeling thing to do, to be like, I'm gonna cool things down with this massive fan. Very silly. It is far.
In fact, it is 989 kilometers.
Good guess. Yeah, you gotta be careful, Osab. Pro tip, don't have a vision and then rupture your fridge. Pro tip. This is all very intriguing. And I feel like we got a plan. The plan is not coming together yet, but I feel like there's elements of it starting to come together, which is cool. I have a vision of like an advanced force that's a distraction. I have a vision of like, finding a way into these pipes for people to get down there, finding a way to destroy this power source. It's all very exciting shit. How do you flood light into these tunnels if it's that far down? I have ideas, guys. Aramithius, we did not stream last week, so if you did see 2 weeks ago, then you should be up to date. We are not under the museum at all right now. We're quite far. Our vision was, we believe, of the hive, which we believe to be directly under the museum, but just really far down. Unclear. Unclear how far down under the museum it goes. Pointacaleao Museum, I don't even know if I've been. Oh, maybe I did. Wasn't there an escape room there briefly? Or something like an escape room?
Yes.
Yeah, so I maybe did. But there's part of it as a museum is that you can descend into the earth because it's built on top of structures and excavations from older Montreal. It's very cool. I'm not describing it well, but there's like glass on the walls so you can see the fucking rock and shit. Weirdness. I will be borrowing all of downstream. Okay, bye. Oh god. Kung Fu Fenders, that is a bugbear. I'll be right back. And some water too.
You know, only you can prevent forest fires.
Only you can prevent forest fires. Hup. Water.
Yeah, no, we did not. We did stream last week, but we did not play last week. There was a clinic hours instead, which is unfortunate because I experienced connection issues during that, and so therefore a full version of that episode did not materialize. Well, I would attempt not to do that, Kung Fu Fenris. I think that would be the important thing to draw from this situation is maybe don't try to set things on fire that way. Man, I am nervous about this election.
Yep. Same.
Elections are not fun.
Well,
it's because we manually started the ads, Aramithius. So the way that it happens right now on Twitch is we deliberately trigger ads on a break, and when the stream begins, in order to, because if we deliberately trigger ads, it means that it doesn't automatically give ads to other people when they tune into the stream. We don't trigger ads because it makes us any money. We see basically nothing from ads. I think the most that we've ever seen from ads is 1 cent. And that's not worth it. And that's 1 cent, not just from one roll of ads. That's like 1 cent from a month of ads. We make nothing off that. It's part of the reason why we're investigating other platforms. Because if we were to, for instance, go live on YouTube, then there can be ads on YouTube, but we can choose not to run them.
Which
we wouldn't.
yeah. We don't need the 12 cents. It's okay.
Yeah. So we wouldn't run ads on YouTube at that point. For people who have YouTube Premium, they wouldn't see them anyway, but that's similar to like if you have certain Twitch Turbo, then you don't see ads. We had just triggered them when we started the break. So
Okay.
Yes, but you've been doing that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that's kind of our situation here. The other thing that we are challenging at this point is that the cost of subscriptions are seemingly out of whack with what they should be. So there are questions along those lines as well.
Yeah. I presume, we got an email to some, to some effect about that at some point, but I either
Well, at some point they're just
forgot
like,
it or whatever.
prices are gonna be, tied to the exchange rate or something. I was like, yeah, okay, they kind of are already.
Yeah.
That'll probably be better instead of you arbitrarily deciding that it's $7.
Or 30% more than that all of a sudden
Yeah.
or whatever, right? So interesting stuff. Okay. Never.
Zablica, it also may depend on where you're located.
And or what browser and what
Oh,
ad
yeah.
blocker.
That's true, right?
Yeah, but yeah, also like depending on the country, etc., etc. So like we don't have any ads targeted at tabletop role-playing fans in this country. The only ads we have are, Doritos for Americans that are between the ages of 17 and 28.
Those youngins love Doritos.
But there is also one other thing, is that as much as we really appreciate the support, and we do appreciate the support from the subscriptions that we get on Twitch, it is our main source of funding for this channel. I say funding, not income, because we're not drawing income. The money that we get goes back into our equipment, software, all of that stuff. But Twitch is by far the worst when it comes to the cut that they take. They take fully half, at least of
I don't think we're getting half of $10.99.
No, they manually adjust whatever it is to $5, and then we get $2.50 USD, I think, per sub.
God damn.
Yeah, but if they charge me $10.99 to sub to our channel,
Yeah, that's what I
don't
mean.
think we get half of that.
No. They then say that
they're
that's
just
a
keeping the
sub,
rest.
and then one sub
Yeah,
is
it's worth
$2.50
$2.50
USD.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's not great.
Yeah.
It's even worse if you're paying in British pounds. It's 5 British pounds.
Which is 250-ish Canadian dollars, yeah. I don't know if that's still the exchange rate or not. $2.50 per
Pound.
Per pound.
per pound.
Okay.
Sorry, yes, sorry.
I was
Yeah.
like,
Not the
no,
other way
it's
around.
not 50%.
Whoa.
So yeah,
Interesting.
it's part of the reason why we're looking into it. We're not making any changes right now,
Mhm.
but we are trying to find the balance of discoverability, ease of use,
Mhm.
and availability of support, because we do still really appreciate the support, and it does really make a difference in how we can bring you more stuff, better stuff, cooler stuff. I mean, look below you, point at your microphones,
Ta-da!
right? Like
I only kind of see the
Yeah.
of it here, but
so things like that make a big difference. But we also want to make sure that you're getting value for what you are sending. So it's complicated. That's why we're taking our time figuring it out.
I also, as a tangent, I know Confederates can't talk about it, but like because of the NDAs. But I feel like as your work as a writer seems to be taking you down some interesting paths, Kung Fu Fenris, about forest fires. I'm curious. I'm intrigued.
It's not just sound, Zablica. That's part of it. Sound is the thing that we probably would spend the most on anyway. Sound is the most important part of this. It's weird. Like people talk about like, oh, I gotta get a kick-ass camera. I gotta get the lighting down. You can have shit lighting, shit cameras, and if the sound is bad, people will tune out.
Yeah.
Sound is the thing that kills.
It is an interesting. I'm sure there's been much written about the psychology of this, but I find it very intriguing that you can watch a low quality short film where the cinematography is poor but the audio is good and you watch it, and vice versa, immediately like, fuck this, I don't want to watch it.
And a lot of
very interesting.
I can't say a lot of people, I don't want to make the generalization, but I know that people do not recognize it.
Yes.
That they will think like, oh, I just don't want to watch this. It's low quality, and they don't get that what they're actually saying is, I can't hear things properly. The mix is off.
It's because that's the primary means of communication for most people, is listening to the spoken word. And as much as a lot can be conveyed through the imagery and so many other things, it's like if it's a thing that involves people speaking, that's like the most important way. Even if there's captioned and stuff, your brain's gonna still keep.
We also get irritated.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Listening to bad audio roughs us up.
Huh.
Or like when two women in their 50s sit in the étage tranquillité on the commuter train and don't register that they're talking at full volume when everyone else is perfectly silent.
What a
God.
specific example you just pulled out of your head that I'm sure came out of nowhere.
If something is going to bother me, there's a really good chance that it's sound related.
You can close your eyes. It's harder.
You can't actually.
You can look away from something. It's difficult to close your ears off.
If you're gonna talk, go downstairs.
Yeah.
Huh.
Sorry.
Cookie Better's gained a rage. Can I get a rage as well? Me, Scott. Not Dante's fine. Don't worry about it. All right.
While you're still here in Angel Woods at night, although dawn is rapidly approaching, you got enough sleep.
Yeah, I was going to say,
Dawn's
Apotheosis is
right
already
over
here.
here.
Sorry. You've got a table full of smartasses.
What did I say?
Dawn, like Apotheosis / Dawn is already here.
Dawn
is already
approaching.
Like, Dawn is approaching, but she's already here. We got her.
We'll show ourselves out, John. We know where the door is.
It's okay. People are like, oh, you started the session,
Weenuses.
Weenuses.
starting with weenuses, and then we hit the ground running when the session started, and now no, it's
Smartassery all
Back
the way
to
up and
smartassery.
down.
That's right.
it's all right. It's how we do it.
It's true.
Oh, is it time to continue teasing Scott some more?
What? What have I done now?
You get a text. It's from your fridge.
Roll intelligence wisdom.
Incredibly.
Hey, thinking about you.
Incredibly, Liz, he would have set some shit up with his fridge so that it was like a smart, you know what I mean? It'd be like, hey, Dante, I still got 3 Red Bulls in here for you. You need, like, make it a VTuber and whatever.
Oh,
Okay.
creepy, Dante.
See intelligence wisdom, John? You did,
Intelligence
right?
wisdom.
Sick. Fuck. 2 successes.
Why sick fuck? What?
That's I have a lot of dice. I only got 2 successes.
2 successes is still a bunch of successes.
I want more successes. Yes. Yeah.
Roll willpower, buddy.
No. No, I'm good. 2 successes.
Sure.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
All right.
Darn.
You are experiencing another prophetic vision.
Oh my god. Okay.
But this one's different. It feels very different from the one that you experienced about an hour ago.
Dante is subtly working out. Tell me. Sorry.
I can do that too. Tweet, tweet.
Tweet, tweet.
Fire. But in this case, the heat isn't overwhelming and it isn't causing you pain or suffering. It's warmth. You feel uplifted by this fire, rejuvenated.
Can I see the source of?
No, you can
I
feel
can
it.
just feel it. Is there a sense that there's anyone else around, or is it just the warming presence of this fire?
Sure. I'll say yes.
Okay. Huh. I want to, regardless of how it looks to the people who are sitting here, Dante's gonna try to sort of essentially reach out, I guess in his mind, rather than anything, but he's gonna say aloud, what is this place?
It's Angel Woods. Like, is that what you're asking? What is this place?
He's asking the presence of someone else at this fire in his mind. I'm trying to communicate with the vision, John.
Communicate with another person. Generally, one doesn't ask, "Hey, where are we?" when you know where you are.
No, but like,
you do not feel in this vision that you are in another location.
Oh, interesting. Okay. Oh, interesting. Okay. He looks to Apotheosis. What else did you see?
I didn't see you. I saw the four of us. I knew you were present, but I couldn't see you.
Oh, no. I see. And just the four of you, then. That's who you saw, that's who you were with.
We all saw one snapshot. That I know that there is more to the story.
Why did the five of us each receive a piece of this vision? One for each auspice, certainly, but why us? We're connected.
We'll be there. I have
Right.
to assume.
Right. The piece of our future.
Or it's some sort of really powerful spiral mindfuckery, and they're just trying to target, Karen leaders and us three fuckos.
That would be what I would do first, too. But it seems too elaborate, too vulnerable, even, to show so much of what they are defending, where they are.
Mm-hmm. It's a gift.
And we should take it as such. Part of the reason, Troyan, what you said, part of the reason that this place is so dangerous is because they've adapted to the circumstances, the environment.
It's their home turf.
Exactly. What if part of our vanguard wasn't us, but something that could also adapt to life down there? What if we sent a machine as part of the vanguard? My mind is already spinning with possibilities here. I think we need to start to get a real plan in order. And I think we need to start asking people if they want to be part of the assault.
There's going to have to be coordinated attacks in different areas. Someone going to the power source, somebody else maybe activating the pipes, opening the pipes so that it freezes everything else or chills it. And somebody else attacking the guards head on.
Yeah.
Someone else possibly digitizing themselves.
Dante shrugs his shoulders and like, you got me,
If
man. I don't know.
Apotheosis didn't see you, maybe that's because you were in like fucking cyberspace or something.
Something like that. I'm starting to think it's possible. What we need is as much of a layout of this place as we can get, so that we can plan who is getting in where. We converge at the power source. We destroy it. We flood the tunnels, or at least them, with cold if we can, and light, certainly.
Yeah.
And we tear it to pieces. It's not enough of a plan, but it's the outline of one, anyway.
Oh. Okay. No, it's fine. I'm not going to interfere with that. Question?
I feel like gave me the geological survey and the tunnels below.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Also the building plans, but not convinced they're up to date. So we've got that to start with.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
That was from Neil, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
Macros, who would you trust to go with you to keep out of sight? If we're scouting out the tunnels near them, there's a possibility they'll have some sort of security measures in place, whatever they are.
Yeah. And we've got some new friends. And whoever's good at sneaking around.
New friends?
Dante doesn't say anything. And I'm trying to think of how we can best deflect this question.
You can retcon the question if you want to mentioning the new friends. If you don't want them to know who you've been talking to.
We definitely don't want them to know who we've been talking to. Am I right, team? The Ratkin. We can't tell anyone else. It's a secret, right?
Yeah, so then
very specifically.
Whoever can stay hidden.
Mm-hmm. Okay, retconned.
Ratcon, if you will.
Ratconned, if you will.
Ratkind.
Ratkin?
Oh my god!
Fuck those guys.
Apotheosis, for some reason, now has like 2 machine guns.
Shit. Damn.
We got a rat problem.
No, they're our
it's
friends.
Bonars. Oops.
Oh. Just throwing up gang signs over there.
What's up? No, it's more of like.
Oh, okay.
Bonar gang signs. They're super cool.
Okay. Plans. Thoughts, anyway. Obviously, most of the Gru in the city, I think, would be happy to have the glory of participating in the assault, but some will be better suited to parts than others. I'm not trying to position myself as a general or anything.
You're trying to plan the assault on the hive. Here and now.
We have to start somewhere.
You think that it's up to us?
As opposed to.
There are many Guru here in the city. I'm not arguing with you. But if you're taking the initiative, you understand that comes with a certain amount of responsibility and a certain amount of diplomacy.
It's been our MO for a while now. Kind of.
Obviously not planning on doing it ourselves. Only ourselves, but someone needs to start.
I'm not arguing with you. I'm just aware.
What would you have us do?
Dante looks to Sky. Sorry to interrupt. Dante looks to Sky. Should we hold a moot?
There's a danger of holding a moot in this fashion.
If there are.
Planning committees.
Sorry. Or is it that if there are spies.
I'm not worried about spies. I am worried about loose lips. Generally, if we've decided that this is going to happen, then we can discuss it internally. We could hold a special mood for this, yes. The danger that we're running into is that these are Black Spiral dancers. They've already infiltrated our ranks once. We've repelled them. They've threatened that they've done so again. We do not believe them. Getting everyone on board for this is not going to be easy. Everyone will agree that it is time to do something about them. Not everyone will agree on the course of action. But they can be rallied behind a cause. However, all 5 of us were given a vision. At the same time, I refuse to believe that that's a coincidence.
Exactly. I think
It's not.
I think if we can develop the plan, we bring it to the people who can hopefully fill in what we're missing, who can act on it.
What would we be missing?
Numbers.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone has their own skills.
You're talking about fighting in tunnels. I'm not certain how much numbers are going to help.
We may get lucky and find a way to force them out, but if I were them, nothing would force me out of there.
No.
Mm-hmm. The 5 of us, possibly some support, at least then from afar.
It will certainly have to be more than 5 of us. I'm just saying that there's no point in dragging 4 dozen Garou
to a moot. Or, to the assembly, yeah.
Why are we different? The 3 of you, you're a pack. You've already been dealing with them before. That I can understand. Why us?
Cairn leaders.
Yeah.
It's possible. None of the 3 of you are.
It's true.
2 of you, in fact, do not officially belong to any sept.
But perhaps...
It's not too late, you know.
Dante's like,
I'm not trying to make this a recruiting session. I just... What?
You already got me.
I think I can handle more than just you.
Nice.
Nice.
If what our pack is known for is actions being louder than words, acting as a go-between between the cairns, and if you are then representing those places to the spirits, perhaps that, and also the 5 of us align auspices, one of each.
Okay. Somebody just said something.
Wee woo.
Now I'm gonna need...
I have another
I feel like that was said
Frenzy check.
several times
Frenzy check?
already, so I didn't say it.
No, but it was said at a certain time. Dante, I'm gonna need you to roll your intelligence occult at a difficulty of 7.
Here we go.
Can we assist even without a cult? Or would that...
If you have no occult, you cannot assist.
All right.
I am gonna go.
Hold on, do you want to assist? Hold on.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yes.
Yeah, regular die.
Regular die.
It's not a right.
Hiya. Here I go.
Dante, in fact, he can't brutal this. He only has 1 rage.
Although, let's be real. I need a lot more successes than that, you son of a gun.
Dear.
It's okay. Here we go. We're going 2 10s and a 9. Am I calling 3 dice in advance? Not even close. All right, it's fine.
See, the best part is that while you were rolling that, that essentially meant that there was a 1 in 100 chance that you were going to get what you needed.
That's
Just for fun. How many dice did you roll?
total.
Yeah.
Not what is that? 9. 9.
I'd love to see Kate roll the same pool.
You know what? If Kate rolls 7 successes off this pool, I'll give it to you.
Yay! I would love that.
But Kate will be the one. Who
How
gets the
dare you, weirdness? It's a
Sorry, you
resource
said
to be
9
spent.
dice?
9
Dice.
dice. It's a resource to be spent. Damn it.
I mean, that is 4, 5, 6 successes.
Do you want to spend a willpower?
Furious.
7 successes.
Unreal, dude.
To be fair, you've been rolling pretty well for
Yeah, oh,
everything
yeah,
else,
yeah,
except for, of course, the part where you tore your fridge apart.
Sure, yeah. Burnt my arms off, yeah.
Also, to respond to something in here, if people found out that that's what Dante did, every guru present would be like, "Yeah, I've been there."
Yeah.
Like that's the thing about rage. It
Yep.
just there are times where your rage just fucks up what you're trying to do. It's part of the problem with living as guru. It's like, oh, why aren't you an elementary school teacher? Well, this one time, little Johnny kept making noises, and I tore my desk in half. Like, I didn't mean to.
I
just-
Johnny's okay. Whew.
I just did.
That's not what I thought.
Or
I
like
thought Johnny was going to be torn in
I was
half.
about to
Wasn't
date
that-
myself by saying punch the blackboard. I bet schools don't use blackboards anymore.
They have
must
the
use
smart boards now.
Smart boards. But like, I punched the smart board and it cracked. You know,
That's
like
very expensive.
Now I owe the school thousands of
Yeah,
dollars.
like $20,000.
Now I gotta
like
go rob the
rage is a useful tool for guru, but it's also a legit problem. It's like, why don't I have nice things?
Well,
I have nice things. They're held together by duct tape and wishes.
exactly.
Hi, Macris. Macris, you remember hearing a long time ago, to the point where you don't actually have all the details. But there is one specific kind of pack that requires one of each auspice. There can only ever be, and this was back when the Guru Nation existed, which it no longer does. It's known as the Silver Pack. The Silver Pack is usually convened for one purpose and one purpose alone. And once it is done, the pack is disbanded. That doesn't mean like you can never see each other again. It's just you have one very specific patron spirit, though.
Oh.
Phoenix.
And we were so hot.
What the fuck, dude? This is crazy. I never heard of this. So say my dice, dude. Sorry.
How many successes do you roll?
Eventually 5.
Being selected as a part of a silver pack does not necessarily
The Megazord.
I
Shit.
mean, Phoenix.
I form the head.
Dibs on left leg.
Yep. Oh, nice.
Kick.
That's a good one.
Kick.
I'll be the groin.
Dusty's just the dick.
No, it's 4.
Surely you could be the torso.
Okay, I guess I'm both legs.
Nice. Okay. Kick.
The silver pack does not necessarily mean that you are the best guru, but you do have to be serious business. The pack, like I said, there can only be one silver pack in the world at any one point in time.
Oh.
But that was when the Guru Nation
Existed. Okay.
Yeah. Phoenix only takes one pack at a time.
What a queen.
Phoenix, you particular
King?
bitch.
Doesn't matter. Monarch? I don't know, whatever.
And perhaps most applicable to Macris, but to all of you, Phoenix is a patron spirit allied with honor. Those who find that they are acting dishonorably immediately loses Phoenix's favor, sometimes to catastrophic results.
So, sneaking in and setting off chemical weapons is not the way to go.
Yeah, but if you're fighting the BSDs,
Sneaking
isn't
can be
anything
honorable.
breaking the Geneva Convention.
So probably.
Using chemical weapons in an area where you could also potentially infect innocents or yourselves, probably not. Now, this is no guarantee that this is what's happening.
We're special.
But also, did Dante reveal his second vision?
The warmth right
Yeah.
now? Yeah, sure.
What about what worms?
What?
You didn't tell the others.
I did not, you're right.
You can say
I
that
think-
you did, but you...
No,
Well-
I'm confused because we all said we were hot.
No, he's talking about the second vision, the one that he had just now. Fire,
Yeah.
but a comforting fire, a warmth that uplifts.
Oh, like a phoenix.
Wha-
Rejuvenating. No, seriously, it's born from the ashes.
I thought it maybe had something to do with Apotheosis's vision, but perhaps so. It's possible. And we're all here.
So, into the Umbra, right up Phoenix. Hey, sup? Did you pick us?
I think... You know what? It might work. We did.
I can just imagine Phoenix being like, it's always the fucking ragabash. I have to have one, but god damn it.
We just do a little quad this time.
All about treating people with honor and respect, and they always show up and they're just like, sup,
Sup.
every goddamn time. How do you have honor 5?
I have honor 5.
Oh.
I have honor 4. I'm
You have honor-
I
honor
have
4?
I have 4.
I'm
You have glory
Spider-Man.
5.
Yeah.
Because we're
Flip-flops.
swift.
Flip-flop.
We're switches.
We're swift. Damn.
I wish I was your lover. Sorry,
That's
I
it,
thought you
that's
said
the-
damn,
No.
because then the lyrics are, damn, I wish I was your lover. And then, anyway.
I mean, it would explain us being hot as fuck.
That, no.
Macris doesn't know shit. She just remembers this
Macris doesn't
this
know
one
shit.
weird fact.
Nice.
Aragorn, not with everyone else watching. You can tell how you'd rock people another time.
Oh my gosh.
Why is it called the silver pack if silver hurts us?
Why is it from a phoenix if fire hurts us?
Perhaps the silver pack is meant to be, in a way, the chosen of Luna in that moment. A silver blade to strike at the hearts of their enemy. It's probably lost to time, I don't know. But-
Maybe it means we all fucking die after we complete our quest.
And then they're born again. As digital files.
Okay.
Then everyone would see my digital journal because it would always be digital.
You have a digital journal?
No, I just still don't understand this.
Apotheosis starts looking, is it weird?
No.
I think the look and the no at the same time does happen, just like that.
No.
No.
I don't understand the internet sometimes.
I thought you were young.
Yeah, and I never had the money to have cool computers and stuff.
There is actually something that's interesting that I've learned.
Oh.
We're millennials here of various,
Yeah.
parts, but we all technically fall under that.
Sure.
Apparently, now for you in chat, let me know. But apparently there's a crisis. Because Gen Z and later do not have the same level of computer literacy because they've never needed to learn it.
Mm-hmm.
It's all on their phones.
Mm-hmm.
They operate on phones, tablets, and apps.
Mm-hmm.
So things like device manager in Windows or how to build a computer, it's much rarer among people who are of the generations past us. Now, that doesn't mean that they're stupid or anything. They've got plenty of stuff over us. I'm not saying that at
Yeah,
all.
everything was designed for better user interface. Like, you know, the user experience has been improved and streamlined, and therefore you like it. I mean, for a while that was the Mac PC difference. Was like Mac was like, look, you don't have to know how it works; it just does. And
Just do
PC
this and
kind of
this.
had to figure out like, oh, that's how you
If
do
I
it.
move this here, I'll
Yeah.
do that. Yeah. That's
No, everything's
fascinating.
just like, here you go.
Well, even now, Apple still has stuff under the hood that people just like, no idea.
right.
Yeah, Macros is one of those.
So, but it fascinates me because I build computers for fun.
Yeah.
I wish I built computers more often. I enjoy it. And then I was talking with some people who were younger, and they were like, "Oh, I could never build a computer." And I'm like, "It's like Lego. It's easy." You know, they just don't get it. It terrifies them.
You always kind of imagine that some sort of skills will like kind of improve as time goes on, right? Like you imagine anyway. It's like, oh well, yeah, we all use computers, and therefore like a new generation of people will be better at that, you know,
It's
etc.
a skill of mine,
But it's like
that now it's simultaneously it's getting less important, but also oddly more important. It's very weird.
I think it's kind of cool.
Speaking of kind of cool, you guys.
Silver pack.
It's golden.
Dante looks to Apotheosis and then back to his pack and then back to Sky. I can't believe that this might actually be possible, but would you both consider joining us or joining together if we could obtain the support?
One does not simply form a silver pack. It is created, endorsed by others, and Phoenix tests. Yes, I understand the reference you're trying to make. I wasn't born when that came out. I'm a wolf. I'm like,
Oh, sorry, I was like,
God.
John.
John, what?
Wait, you were 6 years old? Wait.
Don't answer that. Don't answer that.
Actually, yeah, don't answer that. Hang on, yeah,
Covering Dante's
Wait,
ears.
la la la.
all right, folks. I don't remember if we've talked about this, but we are going to just take a very, very brief sequester here. In terms of consent and when you're able to give it, wolves go through their first change much younger than humans do because wolves don't live as long. The assumption in this game is that anybody who has any amount of agency to consent to any kind of sexual encounter is of an age of consent, has the mental and social maturity needed to make those decisions. So it is true. Sky has not been alive as long as these three. They're all born as humans and Sky was not. That doesn't mean that Sky cannot present herself as a adult.
Yeah, I just don't think I knew that. Like, this was genuinely, this whole thing was a revelation. Because I guess I thought that if they were Guru, that just, like, extended their lifespan.
It does.
Okay.
Yeah.
It does.
But that,
But
they
it's
were
still
wolf
not.
old.
yeah, you were wolf
Okay.
years old.
It
Okay.
took them like 3 years instead of 18 years to become an adult.
Yeah, it's
Right.
like that weird
Okay.
thing that D&D I actually struggle with more. Wolves just go through a very rapid period of acclimatization. In old versions of Werewolf, Wolfborn could not buy certain skills at character creation. Like you couldn't buy computers, for
Sure.
instance.
Yeah.
They no longer have that, which I think is correct. It always kind of pissed me off. But there's an assumption that wolves just have this moment of like, oh, I'm just going to absorb things really quickly because I went from being a wolf and that's what I knew to being Guru, which meant that I'm part of something else.
Right.
Elves, there's always this weird thing where it's like, yeah, you're not considered like mature until you hit 50, which to me is like, okay, but does that mean that elves are just like,
What are you doing for 50 years? That's kind of my question.
120 is what I remember. In
Fuck.
might even be,
3.5,
yeah.
It was 120.
You're
or
learning to walk
110.
lightly on snow,
Yeah.
obvi.
Yeah.
but like it all,
Day?
yeah, but like elves are presented like, I guess you don't encounter a lot of elf children, but like if you see an elf child running around and you're like, how old are you? And they're like 36. And you're like, like, damn.
I seem to recall my elf being 117, so maybe it was like 100. But it was like, yeah.
A lot
of bow shooting.
Kung Fu Fenders.
That's how they have the plus.
That
2
I
attacks.
agree with.
Yeah.
If it's a first change story, a wolf probably isn't going to have like technology for.
Can you imagine a little wolfo at a computer though? Boo, 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 the pauses. So cute. 10 years of dark.
Yeah, it's actually the horrible secret of the elves is like, yeah, I only got out of diapers when I was 52.
Oh my god. That's why you don't see a lot of elf kids because they keep them sequestered because they're just shitting in their diapers all day. Like it's just oh my god.
They're
For
actually
years.
chilling at the Grey Havens.
Oh yeah, that would
And
make
then they
sense.
just swap around.
Unbelievable.
Tag in, tag out.
Anyway,
So, should we form a pack?
should we?
So it's not our choice. Like
We've been.
That's not the right music.
It's
If this is
created?
for realsies, it seems like we've been chosen. So, like, kind of the pack exists, but I figure we should formalize it anyway. And if it's not for realsies, then I got nothing.
We must petition Phoenix if we feel that we are to do this. I agree with Macros. If this vision has come to the 5 of us auspiciously, no pun intended, then surely there is some degree
That was
of...
pretty good.
Thank you. Thank you.
I wish you had said that it was intended. I would
and
have.
gone.
Yeah. I can still do that. You can take this for the screen grab. But surely there's some degree of us having been chosen. I agree. But we must still petition Phoenix. And as you say, I think, that we will be tested as well.
That is so.
Was that Sky?
You're right. I'm
Yeah.
just going to put it just to make sure that everybody understands. It's kind of like you've been sent an invite to be like, you may be eligible
Oh, shit. Oh, nice.
Oh, okay.
to join the Silver Pack. I might take you on. You will have to prove to me, but not just anybody waltzes up to Phoenix. This is Phoenix being like, ding dong, are you interested? I might be. Is that
Thank
Macros?
you.
Macros going back to bed.
One thing that I will tell you, Dante, to go along with this, though, it is very much important to note the heat that you experienced in your vision involved the vision. It was not the fact that Phoenix was around that you were like, I feel way too hot.
Right.
That was your second vision.
Which could be inferred.
So good heat, Phoenix. Bad heat, something else.
Hive.
Well,
Probably.
and also as implied by, I believe it was your vision, yes, Troyan's vision, that the enemy is accustomed to this heat and you are not.
And they're not chosen to Phoenix.
I sure fucking hope not.
Great.
Phoenix is like, look, I play both sides.
I like a baddie as much as anyone.
I rep winners.
Winner.
They basically all just have Kiss of Helios permanently
Yeah.
activated.
Honestly?
I was like,
Because if Helios is for fire, not heat.
Oh,
fair, valid, sorry.
interesting. Sounds like we're getting
Well,
into
it does
physical
say
here.
it does say similar heat sources.
Similar
it's
heat
not
sources.
fire, it's not
so
lava.
fire, lava would count.
It
And it did.
But
Famously.
maybe not nuclear power, genuinely, because that's like a different kind of
Yeah,
process.
fair.
Yeah,
Basement nuke.
but like if for instance you're just running electricity through a thing, electricity may not necessarily, like an electric heater might not be fire the way that you're talking about, but like a fireplace, absolutely it would, because that is a fire that's echoing out of the thing.
Right.
So not all sources of heat, but any source of heat that is akin to fire, you are immune? I forget.
Resistant at
Resistant,
least. Let's see.
I'm a moon.
I'm a moon.
moon. Oh yeah, takes no damage from fire and other similar heat sources.
Yes, when Captain Splooey drops his mixtape, you are
That
immune
would
to it
also be
because
immune to-
his bars are fire.
What's up, everyone? It's Kissa Helios.
I could just, like Dante
my
freaks the
God,
fuck out, but Troy's just leaning back in her chair, just going, maybe.
When you feel my bones, I will then heal yours.
Oh! Can we get that on?
Helios with Helios.
Yeah. Can I get that on? Can I get that on? No, I want that on a shirt.
And meanwhile, all the Black Spiral dancers around are chanting like, served, 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 served. Is that a thing?
Damn.
Was that ever a thing
I don't know.
outside of like dance movies
Probably not.
where people like yell served at each other because they're like, you just got served?
No, I doubt it.
There's like that one South Park episode and that's it.
Whoa.
Oh, poor Captain Splooey. So sick.
Oh dear.
There. It's a bit more like.
Yeah.
In my mind now, like you're in like the furthest two corners of the unit, like so that when you're both watching the same thing, you get 0 echo.
Oh.
He sounds like a delirious Winnie the Pooh. Is he also only wearing a shirt and no pants?
I mean, who needs pants?
That's why we always sit at tables for
Probably.
these streams.
Yeah, I'm Winnie the Pooh right now.
Oh. His honeypot is out. Sorry. Yeah, I don't know what that's about. I'm sorry.
Yeah, can you cough a bit more like a cowboy?
Oh, Scott.
Oh, bother.
There we go.
Scott, I'm feeling some rum-tum-tumblies down there.
Oh!
Rum Tum Tugger is a curious cat, though, so let me just...
God damn.
I'm done.
Get
I'm
around
done.
to
We're
that.
done here. We're
Kate's
done.
so upset that she's like forced herself
Correct,
into a
Sablicum.
This actually
stasis.
means that Kate would no longer be audible or properly audible.
Oh.
She's outside the...
By design. Kate's like, I'm out.
Bye, guys.
So we all wear skirts under?
Yep.
Oh, Zablica, my sweet summer child.
Game derails to giggle about Splooey.
I feel like I have to chapter mark like the last 45 minutes.
I mean, fair play, actually.
Oh man. All right. Well,
How
So-
do we petition Phoenix?
we've essentially been selected to do an interview.
Mm-hmm.
Great.
How does one petition any spirit? One finds them, makes an offer of shimonage, and presents to them their case for wanting to be the silver pack. Or perhaps a silver pack.
No pressure.
No pressure, exactly.
Oh my god.
There's something that we have to consider as well. There's a chance that maybe we do want to limit the number of Guru on this mission. If we empty the cairns, that tips our hand. And it makes us vulnerable to a counterattack immediately. There's no use in our collapsing a hive if it will cost us 2 cairns in exchange.
We'll do our research and figure out how tactical our tactical strike is.
It's just a question of ground to cover. You're right that in a tunnel, it doesn't matter how many you have if you can only fit one at a time, but if there is ground to cover, more people, more bodies.
We'll need some sort of idea of where we're entering. What kind of a battlefield we're looking at. Eremetheus, it was good to see you, even though I'm speaking in character for some reason, and I'm sorry about that.
Yeah, so we need to figure out what parts of these blueprints are still accurate.
Where did you get those?
City. Friends have friends.
Friends of Friends is, or Friends of Friends,
Yeah.
or whatever you said, is
It ain't a lie.
It's a good shout, yeah.
manipulation and subterfuge.
We are actively keeping a secret from the rest of the guru on the island. So this is fair. And I'm the worst.
I'm reasonably sure your pool is pretty good for this, though.
It's not amazing.
5 dice, that's pretty good.
Since I had to spend some willpower to reroll for someone else.
Oh,
Something
shit.
else.
God damn.
I was
But give us a thing.
punished for my rudeness. I got no additional successes.
Oh no.
We're all friends here with our math rocks and our werewolves, right?
All right.
You got the cards.
Fortunately, you are going up against a Philodox.
Yep.
Whoopsies.
I didn't even count how many successes did you roll?
2.
2?
Oh. This ain't great.
Yeah.
Do you have a smoochy advantage or?
And I can use that if I need
Gain
to.
a smoochy
I
advantage.
can
This
distract.
guy's like,
there.
wait a minute, didn't you?
You just look so pretty under the pre-done.
I am right here. I appreciate it. I do have a glow.
I am glowing.
You're not pre-done. You're done.
Oh, I also have electroluminescent cord surrounding my clothing.
Correct.
It makes me very safe when I'm riding at night.
Smart.
I think Dante also is attracted by it.
Like
He
a
has a
moth to a
moth.
flame. Yeah, there it is. We both said moth, and you said one of those little.
Question: would it be weird?
Probably.
Weird for Apotheosis to wear the same Razer. So Razer makes gaming headsets. They have gaming headsets that specifically have like little cat ears that point out. Would it be weird for Apotheosis to wear those? I say yes, absolutely. It would be very.
It'd have to have like round ones for dog ears.
Yeah.
Then it would be
Nice. Yeah.
I'm not a dog.
More canine than feline?
I don't think it'd be weird. She's always made bold choices.
That's true. She does make
I
bold
do
choices.
make bold choices. It's
They seem to have like deer.
no.
Dante's the boldest choice
So
of
it's
them
like
all.
stag,
Wow.
you know?
Unbelievable.
Bold choice.
Bunny ears.
Bold.
Round
So you're saying that I could get some that represent stag?
Mm-hmm.
I'm all right with this.
Mm-hmm.
Why would I wear those in the first
Hello
place?
Kitty ears. Anyway.
Who's Hello Kitty?
Let's not get into that. There's some metaphysical questions about Hello Kitty.
Metaphysical questions about Hello Kitty?
Yeah.
Like what?
Like, is it a cat or is it
They've since
not?
realized that it was a translation error. Hello Kitty is an anthropomorphic cat.
Oh, okay. Oh, great.
At one point, they
Because there
said,
was that.
yeah.
was
At one point, they said she's not a cat; she's a little girl.
and everyone went, "What the fuck?"
Yeah.
Like,
and what they meant
why does she
was
look like this? Yeah.
she's like a
Why
cat
does she
girl.
look like
Right.
this?
I mean, honestly, then. But anyway.
She wasn't meant to be just a cat.
Okay.
Is
Yeah.
the thing.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
I mean, fair.
Yeah, but people were for a while. That was a big fucking like, what the shit?
We're talking online. It's true.
So, how do we go about preparing for this petition?
What sort of shimonage would Phoenix appreciate? What do we all know about Phoenix? The myth. The energy, the spirit.
Reborn from ashes.
You could go to a library. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm asking my friends. The library of sociability? I don't know what I'm trying to say.
Said to have healing properties. There's something about their feather.
Thanks,
The
Erica.
tail of the phoenix. Tail feather.
They burn up and then they're reborn from the ashes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
They're really cool
Yeah.
and like powerful and magical.
And rare, of course.
Yes.
To the point of being, well, mythical, almost. Phoenix would want something representative of each of us. If we 5 are to form the Silver Pack for the purposes of destroying a hive here, I think our shimonage should represent the 5 of us laying aside some part of who we are to do something greater than ourselves. If not a sacrifice, then at least a symbolic one. Giving up something that is representative of you. And I almost started pointing at people and saying that, but I'm not gonna do that. I'm sorry.
I'm closing the bar for 2 weeks. Is that enough?
It's not enough.
It's not enough, is it?
A token. What if we were to do that? Something to represent a part of ourselves that we are giving up in service of something greater to form this silver pack. He looks to Apotheosis and Sky as well. Would you each have something that you would give up of yourselves to show your commitment to something greater? That would be the shimonage I would offer.
You're claiming honor through sacrifice.
I am. There are many forms of honor.
You're speaking of giving up a material possession. Sky looks distinctly uncomfortable with this.
Oh, okay.
That feels too easy.
Okay.
Stuff can be replaced.
I don't have anything beyond the clothes on my back. I could give those up, but I can always get more clothing.
You don't have anything but the care. I mean, again, I think that stuff is too easy.
Mm-hmm.
What?
What are you all giggling about over there?
I'll tell you at the end of the session.
Okay.
I don't want to derail this.
All right. Lock it down.
Do remind me, though.
Okay. I want to know. I'll ask what you were giggling about.
What about a representation of our last accomplishment, destroying the face stealers? I have a bone. And I'm not, I know it sounds insane, but I'm serious. It does represent something quite big and necessary that we
Okay.
needed to do,
Okay.
that we did as a group.
We would offer... Yeah, we would offer up proof of our great deeds, things that we have done, bringing together cairns, challenging for leadership, defeating a great enemy in combat.
And pledge to do the same again with Phoenix's help.
You make people disappear.
That is what
Do you
we've
not?
done. Yeah.
Why?
To give them a better life.
To let them start anew.
This one's for the audience. Fuck. It's good.
Let's find someone. Help someone start anew.
If there's a way of determining the one that you felt was telling the truth in your vision, as long as we could somehow ensure that the gravity of their crimes were not too great.
Very honorable. That would probably be a good choice.
That's so good.
But if they-
Apotheosis immediately is like, oh, but Sky remains.
Yeah.
Very
Yeah. This is good, guys.
My patience and capacity to forgive is directly linked to how many guru they have killed. And if the answer is greater than 0, I don't know if I can do it.
But you've
But if
killed
it's-
Guru.
Yeah, filled with pieces of shit. No, I'm just saying, what I'm saying is, like, in terms of it, someone who's danced the spiral, if they've, like, killed a bunch of us in service then I don't feel keen on giving them a second chance.
Does that mean that your capacity for forgiveness is based on their need for forgiveness?
What? I don't know. Sorry. I think I've gone too far up my own.
No,
ass.
she's a Philodox. She's gonna do this.
Yeah.
It's time to Philodox this shit up. I'm a Galliard by trade, but I'm a Philodox when I have to be. I play one on TV.
I like that.
And I'm jet lagged still. Brain's operating great. All right.
Then I'm gonna throw this up here. If in my challenge to you here, this is Sky challenging, doing Philodox shit.
Okay.
If at some point you're like, this is no longer fun for me, please pause me.
Thank you.
We can roll it or move on. Okay?
Sounds good.
What you're describing to me is saying that you're able to forgive somebody if they haven't done anything too bad.
Yeah.
But are not the ones who need forgiveness the ones who have committed great crime?
Maybe that's the job of someone stronger than I am then.
I know you to be an honorable guru, Troyan. The question, I think, is that the burden of forgiveness is much greater for those who need it. And the proof of one needing it and being able to accept it becomes much, much greater, but not impossible.
Am I alone in this? Am I the only one who would
Why
have
would
trouble?
we forgive someone useless? We should just let them die. Like, if I'm gonna be really harsh about it, like, if we're trying to save someone, we should save the person that was most effective, so that they can be effective on our side.
But they wouldn't be effective on our side. We'd be making them disappear. We'd be sending them somewhere else, right?
Yeah, but that doesn't mean they can't. Like, would we de-groovify them? No, they'd still exist. They'd be able to contribute. I agree. I think the idea of trying to forgive someone who's been doing a lot of awful spiral stuff, like, I don't think I could forgive Alice having seen her apartment.
Yeah, like if Alice...
Sky's face just...
Yeah.
Like, if there was a, I've just gained rage, Sky's face just registers it. Ding! So clearly, she then is like,
Right.
and then has to reconsider her own.
So if she had come up to you and said, I'm so sorry for what I've done. I regret my actions. Help me.
Then she would have to
Diagonally.
prove. If she pauses and then looks and goes, that's not a... An apotheosis steps forward. Those who are too far gone can't be forgiven because there will never be anything that we can forgive them for. Those who have not gone far enough don't need to be forgiven because what should we forgive if they've committed no crime?
Well,
Wouldn't we consider dancing the spiral a crime? Allying themselves with the worm?
I mean,
If you were found by the black spiral dancers before us, would there have been a chance that you would have danced the spiral?
a hunt was called on any %. He hadn't done much dancing, if any. He was being led down that path. So, is that our line? Is our line closer than that? Someone who hasn't even stepped one toe on the path?
He survived that hunt because of you.
I know. I was not, it was not a popular choice.
It was the right choice, in hindsight.
Someone who has danced the spiral has accepted that they are being welcomed into a tribe. You are Glasswalker, you Black Fury, you Bonar. It means that they've made a choice. If you can get them to regret that choice, to realize that it is, in fact, better for them to fight on Gaia's side. It is difficult. It is perhaps impossible, but is that not what we should be trying?
Yep, that's what I'm... My struggles come with how many of us they have killed.
But is it 1? Is it 0? Is it 10?
I don't know. I guess we have to find them and find out.
Is Discord open and beeping on this computer? Or is it your other computer?
Shut up.
Shut up. I don't want you right now. I find it hard to imagine someone who has danced the spiral, has been accepted into a tribe, as you say, who has dedicated their life to the worm, seeing that there could be another way.
Are you made of code?
In a way, yes, but no, I am not.
I think I understand what Troyan's trying to say. You've dedicated your life up to this point to seek justice for those who find none, right?
Yes.
The Black Spiral Dancers have bought into the idea that perhaps the world needs to be consumed. But just because you have voiced that opinion, just because you have taken steps along those lines, doesn't mean you've dedicated your life yet. I don't think I'm ever going to be able to convince Troyan to be anything but a Black Fury. But that doesn't mean that there aren't Black Furies out there who might be willing to reconsider. Maybe the same is true for dancers. Someone who has not yet taken that many steps.
Yes.
Apotheosis looks at Troyan. There's a very lingering glance across her face, and then she nods and then sits down.
Troy nods back with some amount of gratitude in her face.
I saw. But how many Black Spiral Dancers have we had contact with who are still alive?
Define contact. I mean, there's those 2 fuckheads from the Western Slope.
Fuckwad who came to the bar.
Didn't he leave us his card or something? Disgusting. Or was it his influencer?
It was the influencer who left a phone number. And there's also the one who you had made contact with under an assumed identity.
Oh, yeah.
Didn't we kill him?
I don't know if we did.
Wasn't he part of the people who were Gorgon frozen?
Ooh,
Was that the one with green hair?
No,
That's
green
such a good
hair,
question.
I think was someone unknown.
I will say that if that happened, it's not what I remember. I do not remember you actually encountering the spiral who you were in contact with.
Dude's McGee, and I don't remember his name.
To the
I feel
wiki.
like the green hair person was talking, either mentioning Vincent, or for some reason I assumed he had some connection to Vincent.
Right.
So, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think probably because he was the from the not the hospital, but the
We'll do a quick wiki search at the end of this,
Yeah.
and then
Yes.
if it turns out that we need to retcon some shit, we can.
yeah, for sure.
Hooray.
We have
Because I don't take very good notes.
It's been a long time.
That's true.
IRL, if not in-game.
I wish I could control F my notebook.
literally.
Damn.
There are times where I'm like, I should just take text notes. And then I look at the text notes I take for other things, and I'm like, this would not help.
We have some contact, if you want to call it that. Some way of talking to them. It's distasteful, but my question still stands. If there is someone like this who exists, and Sky, your vision seems to say that they do, how on earth would we find them? Surely they would be killed the minute that they reveal anything to us.
Not if you disappear them. If you're as good as you say you are, you can help them escape. Create a new life in the service of Gaia, somewhere far away from here. Because let's face it, we would probably have difficulty convincing our own allies not to kill them.
Probably have difficulty convincing ourselves sometimes.
Such is the burden of the Silver Pact. Shit. I do have a question, though. Just for everybody here. We're killing them, right? We're going into the hive and we're going to destroy it.
Yes.
Yes.
We're going to make sure that the Black Spiral dancers are injured, crippled, dead.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to find whatever power source this is that you were describing, and we're going to find a way either to harness it or destroy it.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, unless you really convince me otherwise, top priority is destruction.
Yeah, I don't know if I can trust their tech without someone much smarter than me assuring me it can be trusted.
We're wiping the hive from the face of the earth.
Okay. I just wanted to make that clear. I'm fine with finding one of them and giving them a new life, but I want to rip and tear. Rip and tear until it's done. If that's okay, I just...
That is more than okay.
Mm-hmm.
You may have to explain this to your Strider friend. Why you have a different Galliard.
Well, he's not a part of our pack.
No. But he may feel looked over.
Welcome to being new on the scene.
Mm-hmm.
That's entirely fair.
He'll understand. But you're right. We should talk to him.
He should hear
at
it
least.
from us.
Exactly.
Then we make a commitment to Phoenix. We offer that as Shimonage. That we will find someone to be reborn.
Even entertaining the thought is honorable. It'd be plenty easy to just rip and tear. Every last one of them, anyone we see in the building.
I'm in.
Me too.
Yeah.
Of course I am. I think we'll end the session there.
Yeah.
It sounded very apotheosis-y of you too.
Ooh. That sounds... feels correct. Do you, put out an ad on Craigslist? Do you know what I mean? Looking for spiral dancers who no longer want to be spiral
Seeking repentant BSDs. Do you have
the
raggards?
misconnections, yeah. Misconnections.
Yeah, we just send Ante in to shake hands with them all, and whoever doesn't stab him, we just keep,
Oh, fuck! Oh, fuck!
Okay, not this one. No, not this one. Not this one.
Guys,
Thanks,
this
reaches
fucking
across.
Thanks, reaches across.
He's just so trusting.
I'll reach across the block.
Quit crying, Dante. We got you a flak jacket.
Yeah, exactly. It's still hurting my ribs. Sorry, my pelvis? What was the thing we were yeeting around? It was a pelvis.
Yeah, it was the pelvis, indeed.
Who doesn't love yeeting a pelvis? Wait.
Oh yeah, Osab has a much better suggestion for a coded missed connection.
Ooh. Seeing one who became yeah, but then you'll just get someone who'll be like, yeah, I actually left my credit card at the bar. That was
The Tango
me.
Club.
The Tango. Oh my god.
It's all right. I puked, so I rallied.
Yes. Get it.
Oh my
Excuse me, sorry.
I really hope I didn't touch a nerve there. I don't know.
Just the bygone days of stupid youth.
Oh, yeah.
Feeling like your life
Yes.
is spiraling. Reach out. Jobs.
How do you handle a
Point,
BSD?
point.
Oh.
So the current moot
solid
point poll, which I'm going to encourage everyone to answer if they can, is how do you handle a BSD? Your options are rip, tear, destroy, teaching moments. Is this a kissing book? Which Princess Bride reference.
Very nice.
Very nice. And how to do.
How to do is a wild choice.
Okay,
for
so
this
quote from one of the plays I was working on. It is a sensual pas de deux, but gay. that's one of the
Nice.
descriptions. Like, you
Dash,
know,
yeah,
like
but gay, that's very good.
descriptions, but
Because you
gay.
were working on a queer reading series.
Yeah, queer
right?
reading series.
And when I
Queer
said
play.
earlier homo K, you heard a very different.
Homo gay.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
I think pas de deux would indicate joining them in the dance.
Yeah, I would think
Yeah.
so.
But I'm picturing like, you know, those movies where like you start dancing with like the enemy and you're just talking and you're like, yeah, I know what you did. And I've got you cornered. And I know where you live.
Then you each have like a blade at
submit
each other's
now,
sides or whatever. Oh,
Or I'll kill everyone you ever loved. La la
Yeah,
la.
very Wonder Woman.
Oh, I remember
scene
that.
specifically.
Yeah.
Recent memory, but it
Thank
hasn't.
you, Kung Fu Fenris. That's very kind. All of the interpretations of weird shit was great.
Including Dante's interpretive dance.
No one. Okay.
Pyres.
If the litany asks that we combat the worm wherever it dwells and wherever it thrives, does that mean to combat with claws? Can we combat with our hearts
Kisses?
and minds? No, we rip and tear until it is done.
Nice.
Elizabeth, what did you learn today?
I learned that there's a thing called a silver pack.
An easy one.
Well,
and
that's
it
good.
is
That's good.
fucking cool.
Kate?
I learned that there seems to be a way to like form a bonus pack in addition to your base pack.
Bonus pack.
Motor pack.
Two patrons.
Temporary pack, yeah.
Three
it's
patrons.
interesting.
What am I saying?
All
You
the
you
patrons.
will not.
Yeah,
I
you
will
will
tell
have
you.
to-
You will have to forgo Fox's
Foxes understand.
Patronage.
Fox's patronage until
Very
you're done.
understanding.
This is not an insult to Fox
No.
necessarily. Now,
Could be like,
some,
oh shit, Phoenix.
some
Yeah,
patron
go girl.
spirits might be like, but
Rude.
Yeah.
Phoenix is, generally it's like,
Yeah.
hey, can you look me up when you're done?
Yeah, can you put in a good word?
I get it, bro. I get it.
I learned.
Dante's
I learned that
fridge.
fridges are dangerous. I learned that. Sorry, I have a lot of notes for myself about things that I think would be cool to do, like me personally, that things would be cool to do in the Hive assault. So I'm gonna say, rather than Dante, I, Scott, learned that I am actually quite interested in creative solutions to combat problems.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Just the poll did end, and the majority, but not the plurality, of people say rip, tear, destroy.
Who's dancing with them?
Then
Who loves
there's
dance so
two
much?
who
Fire.
say there's a tie between teaching moments and is this a kissing book. There is, however, a lone individual who decides to dance alongside them.
Why do I feel like it's Aragorn?
Aragorn loves to smooch, not to dance. The PSD of oh shit,
It's
oh
Among
god,
Us.
oh no, it's an
The
Among
traitor
Us
is
stream all of a
inside the
sudden.
building.
Elizabeth,
You're welcome, Aragorn.
do you want to call out somebody's play today?
Yes, Scott.
Yes.
The decisions to dive deeper into vision upon visionception,
knowledge,
which
baby.
resulted in ripping a fridge apart and letting it burn your skin, was just so funny.
Yeah.
Cool, thanks, man.
No, but
No,
like,
I'm sorry, I'm serious.
It was a delightfully unexpected. Like, it could have been vision, huzzah! But instead, it was vision. Ah, like
Double vision.
it was just, I don't know.
Scarlet
You're
Witch.
always,
Yeah, sure, yeah, I'll take it.
you're
I'll
always
take that.
introducing such like surprising twists to games.
Self-destructive.
And it's just delightful. So well done.
Thank you. That's very sweet, actually. On a similar note, I will say, I want to call out Kate as Macris for, I thought, like, just the moment of the game for me, because it was so wonderful, was the very flippant, like, so we'll just go to Phoenix and say, what's up? Like, the idea that, because Macris does respect people and things, but the idea that Macris would just be so casual about it is, first of all, hilarious, but also just, very appropriate. I thought it was nice. I thought it was a nice, like, and then it provided a springboard for us to be like, well, actually, maybe we should do X, Y, Z, and that became the, like, okay, guys, new legendary goal unlocked, you know?
Yeah, very much the, like, I'm a Ragabash. I'm gonna be like, yeah, so what? We're gonna, like, walk up there and be like, yo, knowing that that's not actually what we're gonna do, but still being like, okay.
But this provides us with a place to start, so
Yeah.
everyone else can be like, no, Macris, we're not gonna do that, you know?
Really? Okay.
Oh, okay.
Is this proof that Kate is a Ragabash in real life?
Yeah, I'd say so. Did we talk about sorry, just before did we talk about signs that we were born under? Not signs, but like moon phases we were born under? Us as people.
So
'Cause I know you're famously a Galliard.
I am a Galliard if we go by birthday. Remember that
opposed to what?
in 5th edition,
Oh.
it's the date of your first change.
My question is, how would you know when your first change was?
I mean,
When did you first notice your weenus?
I was gonna
Okay,
say,
look.
like, is this a biological thing?
Yeah.
I have no idea what
Do
the
you
name
want to
was.
call it?
Yeah, I want to call out Troyan. I love how you were like, okay, sure, there's a line. There's a line in the sand that I'm unwilling to cross. I understand that the line can't necessarily be where I want it, but there is an upper limit. Like, that was, like, so good because, yeah, you can't just be like, yeah, sure, Alice, come on over.
Yeah.
You know, as the Philodox is like, oh, but the greatest sinner would give you the greatest honor.
You're
It's
like, great, here's Alice, forgive her. Yeah.
I also don't think that conversation is over,
No.
which is like the best
No.
part of all of this, you know?
Yeah.
Uh,
Well, I think we agreed to table it until we found out what their crimes are.
yes,
then we'll go,
essentially. Not good
Know
enough.
that today is a new moon.
Ooh.
It is 0% visible today.
Yes, Aragorn speaks truth,
Thank you,
Captain Splee. We did have these 2 weeks, whenever it was, 2 weeks ago. There are still some plans for tweaking and upgrading in the future. We will let you all know because we'll be very proud of it when it is, capital D done, period.
Yeah, but I think Splooey's been very up on the cough meds. All the drug cocktail.
False.
We are still dialing
Will
the mics
therefore
a bit.
need
We're figuring
the
it
drug
out.
Yeah.
cocktail.
Mm-hmm.
If not, take
Hit
it on.
me up.
Yeah.
Oh my god, what's happening tomorrow?
What the hell?
Tomorrow's the Canadian election. And in order to maybe take my mind off of it for a while, I might play some crosswords with friends. Woo!
Yay.
Come hang out on my channel. I'll ping the Discord if I get live, and we can try to be smart and pay no attention to the world outside
Mm-hmm.
until there's inevitably a clue that makes me go off because
Go off, King.
Go off, King. Yeah, I
Yeah.
was just thinking that.
Yeah.
I apparently was born under a full moon, so I think maybe that's why I'm like soft and with Team Troy and like rip and shred.
Interesting. Very interesting. I stream on Tuesdays. I stream in character. I, as always, am faced with a plethora of things that look fun and are really weird. I recently finished Arctic eggs off stream. For those of you who are watching, Sergey cooked some weird eggs, which was fun. They were strange. I feel there's a strong possibility. I've got a couple of options that I might put it to a poll, or I might just play Oblivion for the first time. I've never played. I don't know. Does that require a new character? Like a Viking? Can I get a Viking hat on short notice? What do you think? Or maybe I'll just...
So you want to play a pastiche of a Viking?
Oh, yes. Well, I only play stereotypes on stream, John. You should know that.
Certain ones.
Mostly-
Or anything go by
It means
that.
Catinius
Joking.
doesn't actually just wear a bedsheet?
If you
does.
let
My
your
nipple
beard
was
grow
out
a
on the
little bit
very
longer,
first stream.
I could probably braid your beard hair.
Oh,
I just need like another inch.
God. I'm kidding as well for the... Oh, whatever.
Oh
Anyway,
my
the
God.
point is you're going to find out on the Discord, but I stream in character Tuesday, 6 p.m. Eastern. Sick.
Wednesday we might stream. Kind of depends. Kind of depends on whether we can secure a guest or not. But it would be the release. Like, it'll be the first day that I'll actually have in my hands the new set, Elevation, on Backroom Deals, and some arts and crafts, which has not yet been seen.
Oh yeah.
Arts and crafts.
Some cool
I love
things
that.
we made in this house.
That would be pretty cool. Friday?
Friday, we're continuing Cyberpunk 2077. Working our way through the DLC. We just went to a gala.
We went to a gala. It was great. Then Bloodbath. Classic
Somebody
Punchy.
said the wrong thing around Punchy, and she lost her shit. Me lost their shit and killed everyone.
I mean, that
Classic.
seems perfect.
It was very
Perfect for
classic.
punchy content.
Yeah, it was very in character. It was on brand.
Saturday?
Saturday,
11 a.m. Eastern. You can join me for a continuation of the new Arkham Horror the card game campaign. I'm playing solo, and it's going great. We're off to an alien continent. Come on down. It's going to be great. We're off to Relia. It's going to be sweet.
We're finally ending the cruise, the Drew cruise, after a very long hiatus. But we're about to start, I think, the big chase on
Cable cars or
cable
whatever?
cars up the mountain.
That's
Can't
probably
wait.
not going to happen.
I hope so.
Okay.
Sunday.
We'll be back here, same time, same channel, to have more. If
Especially-
you're this far into the series, you probably know what it is.
Yeah.
Specific. Come back. We'd love to see you.
Yeah.
Go talk to a big bird. In the meantime, special thanks, of course, to Aragorn and Kung Fu Fenris for being here. Kung Fu Fenris, may your deadlines always be reasonable. I know that is not necessarily the case, but may your deadlines always be what you need to get your job complete.
Exactly.
Later on, in 1 hour, you can actually meet Aragorn. By meet Aragorn, you can meet Aragorn.
The avatar of
Possibly
Werewolf.
also Captain Splee will see over on twitch.tv/PinkyPact. That's PINKIEPACT.
Is it Y or IE?
P-I-N-K-Y.
It's PINKY. Ah, fuck.
Shit.
No wonder I didn't tune in last week.
Oh no!
John's just sitting there.
PINKYPACT. To tune into some D&D action.
PINKYPACT. Pinky Pack.
There is no justice. There is only
Direction.
See you next time.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
You didn't call out your storyteller.